Around the room, Gary always starts off.
You're right.
And if Gary's late, Will starts off. But as soon as Gary walks in, he goes, let me, I've got a few things to say. He cuts Will off.
Over.
Our creative meetings are the best. I sit on a couch. I've just woken up. I mean, I've just come from my back office where I was working. And
it looks like Gary's dating you. You know, you just sit on the couch together.
Gary gets to sit next to the couch, next to me on the couch. And by the way, his breath is bad every time, even though he says he cleaned it up.
Oh, really? This is so. In other words, you've been refraining from talking about it.
About his breath? Yeah, I gave up. It wasn't as bad, but there is an odor.
As bad. I'm here every day. Nobody says... people would believe me.
No one's going to tell you.
No, hold on. Artie.
Howard's the only one...
Let me finish.
I'm sorry.
Sit next to Gary on the couch.
Bad breath. That every little fucking weasel here wouldn't come in and say something to Howard?
Well, that's a good point.
I must have smelled something else. It wasn't you. All right, I don't want to get into it.
There's something that smells around when Gary's around.
Don't you think it's weird that you're the only person in the world that can smell it?
I'm sure it wasn't you. I'm sure it was Benji's balls I was getting a whiff of.
But, Benji's balls get blamed for everything.
Right. No, honestly, like, it wasn't as bad as it used to be, but... He has an odor about him.
Well, that must be very uncomfortable every week that you know you're going to have to sit with Gary on the
I'm officially switching seats, douchebag.
Yeah, put Will next to me. But don't sit across from me. Sit where Dan the Song Parody Man sits, about 7 feet back.
10 rows behind him.
No, I like where you said it's fine. You're fine. You're fine. Please. Listen, just freshen up a little. Do a little rinse before the meeting. Listen, you know what it is? We're up since 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning. Some of us get up 3 in the morning.
It's ridiculous.
And by noon, when we have the meeting, you know, I'm sure the guy's not that fresh.
He's not as fresh as he was when he started out.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm saying you probably got a little
What
odor.
about you? You're fresh? Are you brushing your teeth after the show?
No, I'm not fresh.
Okay, so we're both in the same boat.
Except I just don't have that odor coming out of me.
I don't either.
All right, I must have been mistaken. I'm sure of it.
Don't be fucking passive-aggressive.
No.
Be the dick that you want to
Maybe it was Fred I smelled.
Yeah, Fred.
Who was 900 feet away from me.
Now that's bad breath.
Fred is throwing the
Sorry about that. It is me.
The bad smell over on
No,
Gary.
you know, he's a little less than fresh. That's all.
So are the ideas. But, you know.
So then Gary, no matter, like, if Will's in the mid-sentence and Gary walks in and just goes, oh, let me just say something. Let me say something.
I let Will finish what he's doing, and then I go.
No, you don't.
I do.
No. You always interrupt Will.
That's not true.
No, you do. You have to be first. But I like it. I mean, I'm fine with it.
But I don't interrupt him. I wait till Will's done. I go, Will, can I go?
No. That's not true. Not true, Gary.
You just make shit up.
Ask Will. Ask Will.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man.
I ain't getting in the middle of this one.
Will.
That means
doesn't he always cut you off?
Yeah, but I mean, you know, he's top dog, so I let him go first.
All right, I got it.
All right.
Move on.
He always thinks I make stuff up. I just watch.
He doesn't believe anything you say. He doesn't believe the breath, and he doesn't believe he interrupts.
And you don't believe sticking coffee up your ass is weird.
Do you still keep a toothbrush?
Robin's like, oh my God, coffee's normal. I stick it ass. What's wrong with you people?
Gary, 3-pointer, good.
Do you still keep a toothbrush and water pick in the bathroom here?
Yes.
So why don't you just use it, freshen up a little before the meeting?
What are they, decorations?
Well, the problem is that I'm usually running from the wrap-up show. That's why I'm always late for the meeting, because by the time you walk in, then everyone goes, Howard's in. So
Can I make a suggestion? On the days of the meeting,
yeah.
Listen to me. I mean, and I don't mean this as an insult.
Oh, I'm listening.
I know you're less than fresh.
What am I going to get a pussy for a mouth?
Why don't you, after the show, brush and pick with the water pick and the brush, do your routine, and then go in and do the wrap-up show, and you'll be fresh by the time you get in here.
Here's another suggestion.
Well, he's always running to the wrap-up show, too. Aren't you always just running?
He does have a tight schedule.
Yeah.
Howard,
can't you brush on the wrap-up show?
Yeah, do it on the wrap-up.
Robin does the news.
You do it during Robin's news?
I can brush while Robin does the news.
Okay. Or can I, but that might be too much of a time lapse between our meeting and...
You think that's too much time to leave?
Yeah.
I bring a bucket on the wrap-up show.
Why don't you brush during the wrap-up show? That'd be funny.
Show,
Everyone would look forward to it.
I'll brush during Fred's plugs. How's that?
I think that's great. Sound like you're in a waterfall.
He really isn't as bad. It just was a faint little something going on yesterday.
Not enough to mention.
Yeah. Up there's a giant toothbrush Sal has. He's going to help you. Sal, help Gary with that toothbrush. Where does Sal get those props?
I don't know. He's got them right away, though.
It's a fucking... All it is a broom.
Oh, it's a broom.
Oh, it's a broom. That's what it is.
Gary broke his toothbrush.
I thought it was a toothbrush.
Oh, my God. What a day. The guy, I love the Howard TV guys filming it all. It's great.
Gary's breath just melted.
Broke right in half.
All right. Let me see. Let me get Lisa G in here. She's going to tell us what's happening. Lisa G, how are you?
How's your OCD today?
Pretty good. I got it under control.
You didn't count it or tap or do anything yesterday?
Nope.
Huh?
Your right shoulder out of the office with the...
No, I was coming to work today and I held the newspapers in any hand I wanted and it was great.
Good for you.
Yeah, day 3 of no OCD rituals.
What brought it on? You didn't really say.
I have anxiety.
About what?
I got into it with my psychiatrist yesterday. It was pretty heavy.
Really?
Yeah.
What are you anxious about?
Basically, I want everything for myself and nothing for anyone else.
You're still having that
Yeah.
problem. You haven't broken through.
I mean, yeah, that's what it boils down to if you want to get into it.
You're an asshole.
Yeah. I'm an asshole.
He's an incurable asshole.
Actually, Lisa G has a theory, if I may get off my OCD rituals for a second, that Ronnie dyed his goatee last night. Is that true?
I think so.
You're
Yesterday
working on-
was really white.
Yeah, I noticed that too. And even the guys from TV put up a thing while Ronnie was in. They go, look how white Ronnie's beard is. It looks like a billy goat.
God.
And,
So yesterday he was a billy goat and today he's not.
but I didn't see him. I didn't notice today. Did he dye it last night, do you think?
Looks like it.
Okay. Hey, Ron, come on in. We want to see the dye job you did on your goatee.
What the fuck? JD, let me tell you something, motherfucker. I'm gonna kick your fucking ass one day. I swear to God.
He's running down the hall screaming at JD that he's going to kick the fucking shit out of him.
Well, get in here and show
Why-
us your
why JD?
goatee.
Oh, yeah, he dyed it.
So what?
Yeah, I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying you dyed it because I saw it yesterday and it was white as like Santa Claus.
Yeah, because what are you laughing at? You don't dye your hair, old lady? Huh? No.
Oh, me?
What are you laughing at,
I
old lady?
highlight my hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's different when a guy he's dyeing his goatee. That's funny.
Big deal.
So what did you do? Because yesterday it was like white. Did you realize how white it was? Like what made you go home yesterday and dye it?
I don't know. I didn't.
You must have noticed. Did
Come
someone say
on,
something to you?
tell us.
And why are you going to beat up JD? Because you dyed your
He's like Stuttering John.
Right.
He runs with every little thing to Jason or Gary or something, or the TV. You know, oh, look what he did today.
I haven't said
You're
one
full
word.
of shit. Okay.
Lisa, did JD say anything to you about it?
No.
Why are you blaming JD?
Because he does it with everything, man.
He didn't do it this time.
I don't care. He could tell me from now until next year.
You don't believe him.
No.
Wow.
Someone even sent an email on the wrap-up show yesterday, like, Ronnie always is threatening to beat up JD.
I didn't threaten to beat him up.
You were like, what are you laughing at?
Because everything is, you're talking on the, John invites you in.
Right.
So I go in and I'm talking about something, so I might not know everything, okay?
Right.
This one, he laughs at everything.
What'd you think of her Sibian ride, Ronnie?
Oh, it was awesome. Everybody was glued to the radio. Why is that funny? Why is that funny?
You were laughing first, dude.
face.
You
Why
tell
is that
me.
funny?
Who was laughing first? You were laughing first, weren't you?
Why does he have to be in here? Go to the meeting.
And let's talk about Ronnie. What do you think of that gentleman over there?
Well, when I first came in here, he was the one that came into the room and brought me inside. So, very nice guy.
Did he touch you?
No, I
No,
didn't touch her.
no. Maybe he wanted to, but I don't know. I didn't get that feeling though. He was very, very gentleman.
Do you see him as more of a take charge guy?
Yes, I see him more of like a boss type. I don't know. I just see that in him a
What
little
is this,
bit.
a fucking horoscope reading here?
Horror or horror?
I see in my crystal ball here.
What is your problem?
There was even one point where he started laughing, and then I laughed, and then he yelled at me for laughing.
Yeah.
So
You
I
love
don't know.
Ronnie, right?
I love him, but this one I had nothing to do with. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
okay,
dude.
right, yeah. Okay.
You didn't say anything about his goatee.
Yeah, it's probably Doug Goodstein then.
Well, honestly, though, it probably is because...
No. Yeah, well, no, Doug Goodstein has got with this new thing with busting my balls now.
It wasn't me at all.
Yeah, right.
Well, the TV guys put up a note yesterday. Go, look how white Ronnie's beard
Yeah, right.
is.
It's the TV guys.
So what did they
Brian
say?
Phelan, the new ball buster.
Did they say
everyone against Ronnie?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Did they say anything to you yesterday?
No, not a word, because they probably wanted to see what was going to happen.
Right.
But what set you off? What made you know?
I noticed it this morning. No, I noticed this morning. Yeah.
So what did you do? What did you put in there? Men's.
What's
the stuff?
Just for men, man.
Just for men.
Yeah.
And what did you comb it through?
Yeah, they got these little brush thing.
Oh.
And so you just did that this morning.
That's a little more elaborate than just a comb through, because notice there's
doesn't look bad.
There's
though.
like a pattern.
Well, he
it's
made
got like
sure
a
to
zebra
leave
pattern.
What would you like me to do, dude? It's a little brush thing.
No,
It's
what
a
I'm
brush.
saying is, but you're like going in a specific way, no?
No, it's got this little brush,
right?
Little small brush, and you just go through it.
But you're not putting it on the hair in your head, are you?
No. I got all gray hair back here and shit. Come on.
But on your beard, you're doing it. But I think you did a decent job because you left a little bit of gray.
Right. You don't go
well, that's why
totally...
I try to leave it natural looking.
Although I got to tell you, in some spots it's super dark. Like it's like sometimes the dye. No, like right in the middle there.
It's like a fan.
Sometimes the dye. Yeah, sometimes the dye gets real thick
You know what's
in places.
interesting? Like, see this one part? I don't know if you can see it. Right, just turn your head.
I know what you mean, under the lip.
No. Turn.
Right, the fan part.
Back.
Right,
Yeah.
go ahead, point to it.
Here, it kind of looks like spaghetti sauce.
Yeah, like it spilled on his chin.
Yeah, well, maybe I just spilled something. I don't know.
Wow, I can't believe Ronnie cares that much that he dyes his beard.
Facial hair.
Wow.
That was your idea, actually. You told me to do that.
Yeah, I did.
You told me to do it.
Why did you tell him to do that?
Because it got white.
Because he dates. He's a bon
dating.
vivant. Yeah, he's a young guy. He's
Why
involved
is
with
that
young
funny?
people.
Why are you laughing?
I
Who do
haven't
you
heard
go
someone
out with?
use that
Who do
word.
you date?
What? Excuse me.
Yeah, who do you date?
Are you wearing higher heels than me today? I'm just wondering.
Huh?
Yes, you are.
Who do you date?
I haven't heard the expression bon vivant in a long time.
Ronnie's a ladies' man.
Who do you
and
date?
he
I want to
dates-
know who you
he
date.
dates a lot of younger people.
I'm going to follow you around now. I want to
Okay.
see who you date.
Go right ahead.
Ronnie's involved with the younger community, and he's got to have a look. Oh, there he is, putting on his... There's Sal reenacting Ronnie putting his beard on.
Wow, that is a good mask.
Oh, my goodness.
There is Sal as Ronnie dyeing his beard.
You've got a little more to do. I still see some white.
And he's using just for old men. All right, very good. Thank you. Oh, look at that. That's very good. Boy, Sal's got more masks.
He's got a... well, how do they keep all that stuff back in that little room?
That mask is good work.
How long does it take you to do that?
5 minutes.
Oh, and you did it this morning? Because you get up early.
Yeah.
He gets up way early. What time you get up?
3:15. I got to take care of the dog.
So like at 3:15, you're dyeing your beard?
No, but it's about 3:45.
Yeah, because he takes care of the dog
Takes
first,
5 minutes.
Then he dyes his beard.
I would do it at night, I think.
Yeah, well, I forgot last night.
Yeah.
I was tired.
How often do you have to dye your beard?
Once a week.
Wow.
But
Once
you
a
let it
week.
go
Yeah, well,
for
it
a
grows
while.
in, dude. You know,
Okay,
it
take
grows
easy.
in.
All right,
You get
calm down.
roots?
Yeah, you get roots. Yeah, you get roots.
Your roots are showing.
You get roots.
But did you forget for a while, or did you?
No, I'm telling you, it's a week, and
Yeah.
It's a pain in the ass, though, the
it
upkeep.
is annoying.
Look at
That's a natural look though, right there. It looks good.
Thanks, man.
You know, so
Maybe you should try some.
I have so much gray in my fucking
I know.
beard now.
That's
It's
what I'm
pathetic.
saying.
And it's patchy. It's, it's over, man, with me. But
No,
you,
it's not
you
over
have,
for you,
You have
dude.
a lot of. You have a big future. Dude, me and Ronnie are gonna. It is party time. I told Robin, it is party time in my shore house this summer, dude.
Really? What
I'm
is
gonna
going to go on
I'm
there?
gonna see how much pussy I could fit in that fucking backyard of mine.
He was telling me
Why
about
don't you
this
invite Lisa
yesterday.
G over.
Right.
Yeah, well, all right. Well, Lisa could. I don't know.
She
cook
could be
or
the.
something.
She
She could be there to cook.
She could check in the girls as they come in.
Look, everybody at work is
House
invited.
mother.
Yeah.
Everybody.
God.
All right.
So maybe I will dye the beard. Give me some of that shit.
Yeah.
Just
Are you,
for fat men.
Are you one of the contestants in the Beer Pong
Yeah.
Friday thing going
Yeah.
on?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so maybe that's why you dyed your beard,
No,
too.
dude, I do it all the
Oh,
time.
new,
I admit it. I admitted it a long time ago.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. Let them say what they want back there in that stupid control room.
Yeah, meanwhile, they're all jealous.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Doug
don't know how
Goodstein
he
dyes
can
his
say-
hair and he won't admit it.
I don't know how you can say.
Oh, now
yeah.
he just did.
Doug Goodstein dyes his hair?
He puts a rinse in. He puts a rinse in his hair.
I do not.
Yes,
You
he
insist.
does.
Why
He
would
does.
I not admit that?
Because you're a
I
little.
don't do it.
Because you're a
You
little
don't.
lady. That's why.
I'm a lady. I
Yeah.
put gel in my hair every morning here, you old
will start.
Yeah, okay.
He says he doesn't give a shit, but he's constantly yelling at people, chasing them.
Yeah.
Every time I go out in the hall, you're screaming at
Because they're
somebody.
always busting my balls.
Because you look like a pumpkin today, you dope.
Yeah, okay. Pumpkin, yeah.
I love it. He's got a matching T-shirt
Yeah,
under his
exactly.
shirt. Oh, my goodness.
You got an orange
He's
shirt and
got
an
a
orange T-shirt.
With a brown suit. What's wrong with that? It matches.
T-shirt.
Matching
good.
shoes.
Asshole.
Look, even
You look
the
like an
watch.
asshole.
The watch matches. It's got
You look
orange
like
in it.
an
See?
asshole.
All right, good for you. You look good.
All right.
All right, Lisa, you got anything else? There's
Yeah, what
Ronnie's
else
for
you got, Lisa?
You brought it up. I didn't.
Yeah, I know.
What do you got, Lisa?
Well, I have some good news about Artie Lang's book.
Everything's Artie Lang.
Well, we just did 20 minutes on you,
What do you
pal.
say, Ron?
I said, everything with her. Everything with her. If it's not you, it's him.
Yeah.
She's totally infatuated with the two of you. That's the only news story she does. That's the only thing.
A lot of women
That's all you
like-
hear is Artie Lang or Howard Stern.
Oh, you're
That's
jealous.
it. How's your OCD,
You're not one of the
Howard?
star players on the show.
I don't really care,
Would you
Lisa.
please do a Ronnie story?
No, I won't even talk to her because she threw me out. This broad throws people under the bus like unbelievable. She does shit to people with
did she
news
do to
stories. I won't go into it. I told you about it. I don't even want to go into it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did
What?
tell me.
Oh, my God.
What's
How about the
going on?
colonoscopy?
No,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
fucked.
the colonoscopy.
You fucked Ronnie up big time.
I did?
Yeah. Yeah,
Really?
he's on fire
You gotta be careful with him.
to the point he won't even talk about it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow, I don't even know.
Well, I'm the only guy I know who hires a limo, and I have to hear his shit all day.
You have to
At
take his
least
complaints.
yeah, I have to sit and listen.
God. I'm trying to think what it was.
Oh
I
yeah,
feel badly now.
Yeah, you messed him up big time.
Yeah.
Well,
did
he
you-
should get a colonoscopy. I mean,
It
you
wasn't a
brought that-
colonoscopy story. Something else.
JD thinks he's Stuttering John. That's what JD thinks he is. You watch JD in the morning. He looks at the monitor in the room there to see what the phone calls are about. He's just like Stuttering John. He thinks he's Stuttering John. Because he doesn't want to be locked up in that little fucking cubby hole that is back there. So now he's going to try. Now he's going to try and be Stuttering John now. Little cocksucker.
Maybe I'll make $500,000 doing an announcing job.
What did he say?
I said maybe I'll make $500,000 doing an announcing job.
I hope you do.
All right.
I hope you do for your sake. But you have to have a face makeover first.
What's your signature line now?
Put your teeth away, pal. Put them away.
Every morning I wear a hat. I come in, I wake up, and the first thing I do, I don't do my hair at home, so I put a hat on. The first thing I do when I get here usually is I rinse my hair in the sink. You know, I wet my hair, and then I put gel. And I think because it has makes my hair darker and look wet. I don't know. He's senile, I think.
When
I don't
you're
know.
his-
He doesn't know what's going on. I think he's confused.
Yeah, I got dementia. I'm confused. I don't know where to...
Lisa from the Howard 100 News. Lisa,
Yes,
what's
one
happening?
second, sorry.
Go ahead.
Ralph Cirillo's benefactor, Sam Simon, is set to compete in the Game Show Network series High Stakes Poker, which will begin filming this weekend in Las Vegas. Although Sam refused to comment when asked by Howard 100 News if he paid for Ralph's flight to Hawaii, Sam doesn't seem to have a problem spending money. The upcoming season of High Stakes features a minimum cash buy-in of $200,000.
Oh, my God, Artie, you'd be in heaven.
The largest buy-in for an entire run of a TV series, and some players have opted to buy in for as much as $1 million.
Wow.
Wow.
Interesting.
Bunch of rich guys with their money. I don't know, it's kind of cool when you find a TV show that'll play into your horrible addiction. You know what I mean? Like something, it's great. Hey, look, there's a TV show that feeds into my
There's
negative
my
behavior.
addiction. It's on TV.
Yeah, it's great. Like now, it's like wine connoisseurs are alcoholics mostly,
Right.
but it just looks
Excuse me?
classier. You're not a wine connoisseur, by the way. Robin doesn't know anything about wine. She drinks
Let
it.
me say this. I'm trying to learn.
You don't know anything.
Oh, I didn't say I knew anything. I'm a student.
Yeah. She doesn't know anything about
I
wine.
think
She's like
she
me.
does.
No, she
Here
doesn't.
Here he goes with I don't know anything.
You don't know about wine. She because like she hangs out with these people from the Napa Valley, And she wants to be a wine connoisseur, but she's not. And I'm glad
Well, how do
she's
you
not.
get there, asshole?
No.
Jeez.
You're not there, and you're not going to be there.
Please.
It's like, how do you get
You have to study.
It doesn't become you. You don't need to be that. I don't want you doing that.
I always thought wine connoisseur was another
Why
word
do
for
I have to be
asshole.
an asshole? Because I don't want you to be a wine connoisseur.
I didn't jump on you and say, why do you practice chess? Why do you have a chess teacher?
Yeah, but you're just getting carried away with the wine thing.
What do you mean?
It's enough.
How am I carried away?
Because right away I go, oh, wine connoisseurs, alcoholics, and you go, excuse me, you're not a wine connoisseur. you thought I was attacking you.
But the point is, I like wine.
Yeah, so do I.
So
just don't know what I'm drinking.
everybody who likes wine is an alcoholic?
No. But wine connoisseurs, it's an excuse to be an alcoholic.
But you don't even drink it, you just taste it.
Not a connoisseur of wine. An alcoholic is an alcoholic. They get drunk on anything.
You taste it, then you spit
Then
it out.
Artie's a heroin connoisseur.
There are different, bodies of heroin, and if you put it in your mouth and squish it around.
How do you know I don't know anything about wine?
Because I know. I've been out to dinner with you many times. You know as much as I do, which is zero.
No, every time we go out, we get a tasting dinner with wine pairings, and we let somebody else pick the wine.
Right. All right, anybody know about wine?
No.
Call in and ask Robin some questions. She doesn't know anything about
now, anything.
Nothing.
I know how many twists there are in the cap of a bottle of champagne.
How many, what's a Bordeaux?
A Bordeaux is a red wine from Bordeaux.
Yeah. Name 3 of them.
I can't
course
because I've
not.
never been to Bordeaux.
No, but
I haven't
you could-
studied Bordeaux.
Name 3
yet.
guys on the Jets.
What's that got to do with wine?
Well, what is a wine connoisseur then, actually? Just a wine expert, right? So, I could see her being a wine
expert. Where
expert.
wines come from. They know the history of the wine. They know the different, they know like a Pinot Noir from Napa Valley is this, or one from France.
Well, you can't see her knowing that?
I know
No, she
something
doesn't
you
know.
don't know.
She doesn't know about
What
that.
kind of wine, what kind of grapes are grown in Burgundy?
Exactly. I don't know.
I do.
Yeah, because that's the one thing you know.
Because I went to Burgundy and I studied the wines.
All right, Gary, ask her a question.
No, why does Gary get to ask me?
Because he's going to ask you a wine question. I don't know anything about wine. How can I? They're putting together a quiz right now.
Oh, here we go.
There we go.
I have to be tested.
Yep.
You do?
Yes.
Leave me alone. I'm not answering any questions.
Of course not, because you don't know anything about wine.
I didn't say I didn't. I know things.
Okay. Sauvignon Blanc.
I know things.
Sauvignon Blanc is multiple choice. Is it in Bordeaux? Is it in the Loire? Loire.
Loire Valley.
Is it all the above or none of the above?
The Loire Valley.
That's funny that I don't know that.
I don't know that either. Go ahead. And she doesn't either.
Okay, Sauvignon Blanc is found A, in Bordeaux, B, in the Loire, C, all of the above, or D, none of the above.
Go ahead, Robin.
I don't know Sauvignon Blanc.
Okay. Next question.
Chardonnay. Chardonnay is A, a white grape.
It's a white
Hold-
grape.
shh.
I know it.
B,
All right,
found
is
in
she right?
Burgundy.
Is it white
It's
grape?
found in Burgundy. It's
C,
a white grape.
all of the above.
All of the above.
Fucking wrong. It's a white grape. It's not found in Burgundy.
It's absolutely every white grape in
No.
Burgundy is Chardonnay.
You're wrong.
Absolutely. I've been there.
Now
That's
you
not
have
what
to
the-
remove one item of clothing.
No, I've been there. Know this, Howard.
So she got it wrong. And
Where'd you get that?
The Wine Lovers Wine Quiz.
I don't care. They're wrong.
Repeat the question.
Okay. Chardonnay is
Go ahead.
A, a white grape. B, found in Burgundy. C, all of the above, or D, none of the above.
And what is the answer?
It's
According
all
to
of
this,
the above.
according to this, it's a white grape.
Let me
That's it.
show you.
This is great.
You're all assholes.
What do you think Robin knows more about, wine or Jackson Pollock paintings?
Or the Jets or Mike and the
I
Mad
never
Dog?
said I was an art.
You said you could. Wait. You
I
said
said I love Jackson Pollock paintings. That's
You-
all I ever said.
you said you could tell the difference between a Jackson
I never
Pollock
did
painting
that. You guys
and
said
some
I
crap
couldn't,
Howard threw at a
and then
wall.
put
What
me
happened?
through a stupid
She
test.
picked the wrong one.
You're an all assholes because you're lying.
Hey, this guy says Robin is right. It's all of the above. Gary.
Absolutely.
I'm just. This is what they highlighted for me.
Yeah, you got it from a fucking asshole paper
Next
that
question.
doesn't know what he's talking
Next
about.
question. This is good. You're going.
I can't even pronounce some of these words.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Give me. I'll ask.
Hello, wine
Try
lover.
number 6.
Wow.
Number 6. All right, I'll try my best. All right. Oh yeah, I can't pronounce that either.
Let me see. Let me try.
In relation to Robin, in relation to Pauliac, do you know what that is? Pauillac.
No.
No, I'm going to forget it. All right. Let's see. All right, here's one. Champagne you were mentioning. A champagne is a white plain.
A white plain?
Yeah. A region in cognac. All of the above, none of the above.
A white what?
A white PLAIN. A region in cognac. All of the above, none of the above.
None of the above.
Wrong. A white plain.
A white plain. Champagne is a region in France.
But it may not be in cognac.
It's not in cognac. It's in France.
What part of France?
Champagne.
That I knew.
So she's 0 for 3?
Yeah.
No, I got the Chardonnay question right.
She got one right, and they tried to rob her of that.
Sheesh. With their poor sources.
Uh-oh, here's Steve Langford. You a wine expert?
Not at all. I lived in France for 3 years, so I know what I like. But the Loire Valley is pronounced
It's the
how?
Loire Valley.
No.
What is
Loire Valley.
Oh, I didn't
Not
roll the
Loire.
R.
It's not LWA.
Oh.
It's Loire.
Oh, get out of here,
S'il
Steve.
vous plaît.
I hope your back
Tout de
breaks.
même.
Get back into the hospital and put a heating
He's trying to
pad
teach you
on.
something.
S'il vous plaît.
Why do you get so defensive?
Because you're all attacking me.
It's not an attack. You just
Yes,
don't know
it is.
anything.
It is an attack.
You
I
don't know
say
about
I know
wine.
something about wine and I'm studying it, and you just go, you know nothing.
And I was right.
I knew Chardonnay.
That was impressive. I'll give you that.
You still haven't asked me how many twists to the top of a... You know the wire on champagne? How many times do you have to twist it to open it?
I'm going to say 3.
You would be wrong.
How many?
6.5 times.
Wow, good for you.
I'm going to say Loire. But no, I think he didn't say you know anything. He said you're not a wine connoisseur. What's a wine connoisseur? It's an expert
I
in
said
wine.
I'm a wine connoisseur in study. I'm practicing. I'm studying like he's studying chess.
Yeah, but that's just an excuse to drink.
Oh, my God.
Like, what's the point? The bottom line is you're drinking alcohol. You know?
Hey, do you want to know what the definition of a connoisseur is?
Yeah.
One who understands the details, technique, or principles of an art and is competent to act as a critical judge.
That's what she wants
That's
to be.
me. I can be critical. I'm pissed. All I have to do is say I'm interested in something and I'm trying to study it. I know nothing.
Yeah. Well, I gave you the test. You got one right.
You gave me no test. You have to test me on what I have studied. I didn't say I know all wines.
No. I want
I'm
you to stop
studying wine.
Stop studying.
And I've actually made trips to study wine.
I know. I just don't like it. Study me. That's
I've
what you should
studied
study. You should study me.
I know you inside and out.
All right.
Robin.
Is she Indian?
Why do you think Howard and the guys...
alone.
You don't want to talk?
No.
Gary, what do you think about Robin claiming to be a wine connoisseur?
I think that Robin gets into things that she enjoys doing, and she likes to think she's a little bit more advanced at it than she is. She certainly knows more about wine than I do, because she drinks it more, and she has gone to the California region and she knows something, but I think to put yourself out there as, you know, a connoisseur implies some expertise, which she doesn't have quite yet and probably will have soon.
And why do you think she's getting so angry about this?
Because she got called bullshit and got caught.
How long do you think this is going to last?
Forever.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
On Thursday's wrap-up show, well, it was a very special wrap-up show. Artie came in after, on yesterday's wrap-up show, Gary said he was lying, and Artie started today's Howard Stern show saying that he wasn't too fond of that, and it carried over onto the wrap-up show where Artie said he wasn't going to come again. Well, he showed up and stayed for the whole thing, and we couldn't, usually on Howard TV, we show you 8 to 10 minutes of the best of the wrap-up show. Well, we couldn't cut this because so much happened and it was really intense, so here it is, Artie and Gary and Will and Greg Fitzsimmons and me and Benji and everybody else who was in there talking about whether or not Artie Lang is a liar.
Artie, I'm surprised to see you here after this morning. I didn't think you'd ever be back in our wonderful studio.
I was dead to Gary.
You're
Hey,
back.
Gary, by the way, I think we made up, but what a show business move to say I'm dead to you. That's like a producer, like, Artie's dead to me. That's like what Jerry Bruckheimer says to you.
I got to be honest
one
with
of his charity hockey games.
I got to be honest with you. I'm not so sure we made up. I mean, Howard said we made up, but we didn't really. We never really made up.
I came in here today to really
tell 1/10 of the audience that heard you this morning you're sorry.
Well, what do you mean?
We don't have the listenership that No.
I said this today. I think I made this point today when I said that I came in there today mad and I wanted to say mean things because I was mad, and I said some things I didn't mean.
But see, you have to seriously. How do I know you didn't meet him?
That's me, man.
That's the tough part. Like you said,
me. It's like, you know what I'm like? I'm like David Niven in the Pink Panther. It's all a lie.
But it's so hard to tell.
You have to pick and choose. I've lost my credibility with you and Will.
And others. And I give Will some credit, at least, for having the balls to come in, because he's not the only guy that...
I like
No,
Will.
but Will's not the only guy that grabs my ear and says shit. He's just the only guy that had the balls to come in and
Who the fuck says shit?
A lot of people. I'm being serious.
It's not that Fruity Jason, is it?
No, not Fruity Jason.
Who else? Not the black intern. Did he hear me say that thing?
No, not Black John.
I thought Black John was in the... he heard me say something. But anyway, I didn't say anything. The Knicks didn't cover, and I said something. But Black John. I love Black John. Any Jew interns? Are you a Jew intern? What's your name, sweetie? Jessica. Jew Jessica. Why don't you call her Jew Jessica if you're going to call John Black John?
You said the black intern.
No, you said Black John.
I was joking.
Do we have?
Right. Oh, how do I believe you? How do I know when you're joking?
Are there lots of white Johns?
Especially since I'm not funny or a comedian.
Well, Garrett, listen, you're not a comedian.
Or funny.
I thought you were Jew John.
Do you think you're a funny person?
No. But I don't think. But you made it sound.
I think you're a good storyteller.
You made it. Well, apparently that's not even true.
No, I think. Yes, I do. You know that.
You just said, "Oh no!" You want to tell the story about Richard Lewis?
Dude, well, that was me being. I'm arguing. I'm being an asshole.
But how do I know?
What do you do? How do I know when you're joking? Now we don't. We're in a web of lies, as Jason would say.
Look, you both break each other's balls.
John, it's a web of lies.
You both break each other's balls, but it seems like there's an underlying level of animosity between the two of you, and neither of you guys know where it's coming from.
No, John,
that's true.
And
it's true that there is, and it's true I don't know where it's coming from.
Well, I don't know either. Like, that's the thing. For months now, I have noticed a difference in our relationship because I think you believed certain things that people said that I didn't want you to come on these trips, and that's why I knew that was a sore spot and a weak spot, and that's why I sort of went at you there. I was very hurt by what you said on the wrap-up show, and let me tell you something. If we replay that clip, I think I'd be justified in it. If a coworker and a person who's supposed to be a friend says something like that about you, a blanket statement, he lies about everything.
But I didn't say. I said, how do we know if we could trust him? And the funny thing is, myself.
Let's calm down with that. No, have I ever done anything to you like where I really, really betrayed a trust to you? Like really a bad fucking thing where like I fucked you over, man. Like, you know what? Artie fucked me over.
No, on a personal level,
okay,
no.
well, that's what it sounds like, though.
No, but
that's what it sounds like to people.
Maybe some of the animosity for me comes from. I'll be upfront. I'm not crazy about the way you've treated the show in, say, the last 8 or 9 months.
How have I done that?
Well, but by lying about what you're up to, about like not showing up all the time. I know you think.
No, but listen, that's your beef's with Howard, man. If Howard would pull me aside and say stop doing that,
you wouldn't. Oh, I don't think you would.
Okay, well, you know what? Then
would you? I mean, would you?
Of course I would. Howard laughs at the whole fucking thing. He laughs when I sleep. He loves when I fall asleep because it's fascinating.
All right.
So bring it up with him. If Howard Stern pulled me aside and said, "Art, listen, if you're late 5 more times in the next couple weeks, or if you're late, I'm late twice every 4 months, okay, or I'm absent twice every 6 months." He knows I'm in here most of the time, and it's not that big of a deal. But you get a lot of material at it. If Howard sat me down and said, "Dude, if that happens again, I don't know if you could work here anymore," I would probably get my ass in here. And the fact is, if it happened again and he doesn't fire me, what kind of message does that send to me?
That's true.
Well, all right. So, I mean, your problem's with him, Gary, not me. It is.
I think that's funny.
It is. Tell Howard. We're all look. All of us are serving one guy here. Let's face it.
That's true.
I mean, that's obvious. I mean, as much as I would care if I made you mad about something, ultimately my job's in jeopardy if Howard's mad about it, And I think all of us know that, and we feed off of that. So we don't really care if we aggravate each other. I don't really give a fuck if you think I'm hurting the show, as long as Howard
No,
does.
I don't think you're hurting the show. I will never say that.
Okay, if you think I'm treating the show
disrespecting
badly,
it, but not hurting it. You're not hurting it.
Ultimately, if you think
you're helping it on some days, while you're disrespecting it, you're helping it, which is so fucking weird.
Well, that's what I mean. So it's a weird gray area we're in here. If ultimately, if you think I'm disrespecting the show, while it hurts me that you would think that, it doesn't affect my life at all, man.
Right.
But if Howard thinks that and he makes that clear to me, then it affects my life. And all of us are this. If you were doing something that pissed me off, Gar, ultimately you might care because we're friends, but it's not affecting your life at all. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Right, but you'd still be pissed off.
I would be. And, a caller made an example. I didn't listen to the whole wrap-up show yesterday, but maybe Ralph called up and called me a liar again. A caller said Artie should be more mad at Ralph than he is at Will and Gary. And here's the point. I'm not, because, and this is difficult to put, and I don't want to insult Ralph in any way, but ultimately, I honestly don't give a fuck about what Ralph thinks. Just because, when this show ends, Ralph and I have the kind of relationship where I'm probably not going to be friends with Ralph after the show ends, because I might aggravate him, he might aggravate me. We could be great friends one day, and then I say something that annoys him, and he'll get on the air and say the most vicious shit. And I might say something vicious about him. So it's so up and down with Ralph. I just know we're not the same type of guy. I'd wish him nothing but luck. But ultimately, I'm not the kind of friend on a permanent level with Ralph that I might be with you or Will. If I did a show, if I went on to do a show somehow, I would hire you and Will in a heartbeat, or be a partner with you on something. That's probably not going to happen with Ralph while I like him. So I don't really care if Ralph thinks I'm a liar on any level. It doesn't bother me and it doesn't affect my work. You guys, it does. It affects me. That makes me mad, because I think we're better friends than that.
Right, and it's funny, if you would have listened to the clip yesterday, I said, people, I know exactly what I said because I listened to it again. I said, people are saying that Artie's lying. Then I said, I believed you about the urine story, and then I said, with the jogging story, I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't know when he's telling the truth or not.
You said he lies about everything.
I don't know if I said that.
You said he lies about everything. Look at the jogging story. And for a casual listener just to hear that, they don't know what the jogging story is. They don't know what context it's in. And people are like, okay, Artie just lies about everything now. That's awful.
But
it's not this jogging story.
The funny thing is, and maybe because you're saying it came out of me, it's not the first time it's come up on the wrap-up show.
All right, I know.
That discussion.
Yeah, but I don't know. That line hit me harder than others.
Well, I wasn't looking to,
And that's what's getting lost in all this. People aren't saying that, maybe I'm justified in being mad at that. I think I am.
Right, and maybe I'm justified that you didn't come and see me and tell me, hey, Gary, what you said yesterday really pissed me off.
Hey, Howard, Gary, okay, the same way you didn't come to me about saying, hey, when you spilled the high C, what did you say to me on the air? It's more fun to bust your balls on the air.
True.
Okay,
that's true.
I mean,
but I hardly put him on
a fucking crazy world here that we're living in. This is craziness. Everybody either wants to be great on the show or be your friend.
I was too uncomfortable to come to you and say that to you off the air, to be honest.
Well,
it would just be too uncomfortable a conversation.
Maybe I was too uncomfortable to come to you about it. And so we put it on the air.
You look pretty comfortable now.
Well, we're on the air again.
I know.
We're back making great radio.
And by the way, I said to you the whole thing about I'm gonna now show you how all roads lead to Ralph.
Right.
I said that on the air this morning. The whole rap about that Gary does everything that Artie does that annoys Artie started with Ralph.
I know. Right.
And if it would have started with anybody but him, I probably would have brushed it off.
And again, I think Ralph makes for a lot of funny things on the air, and he can get under people's skin. But it annoyed me that, that's the thing that you're really sticking with based on something Ralph said. I mean, come on,
because
I clearly that got in your head and you never let it go. But we didn't have it out till now.
But I'll tell you why. Because you obviously know that that's my Achilles heel. And when you're fucking around, when you're not trying to piss me off, when you're fucking around, you'll go there,
joking around,
and then you'll reel it back and you reel it back in. And so I never do.
If you were fighting with Achilles, where would you shoot the arrow?
Into his heel.
Thank you.
I have a question for you about the lying thing, because I think
worshiping cock.
I think it's important. You've acknowledged lying about the drugs for obvious reasons. Who at work are you going to tell that you're using drugs?
This is like Hein Lang, Frost Nixon.
But do you understand how? And I think Will was trying to make this point. Do you understand that if you lie about that, how that hurts your credibility about other shit? I know you say the drugs thing is one thing.
Right.
That's separate.
So what? Name something you think I've lied about that has something that has nothing to do with drugs.
I got to think about that.
Of course, because there isn't much there. I mean, I have a lot of drug addict friends who, when they're talking about drugs, you can't believe anything they say. But, they're not going to. If I ask them if they're banging my wife, if they say no, I believe them. It doesn't. I'm ashamed of the fact that I'm a drug addict. That's awful. But I've been very open about it for years now. It's part of my life. It's part of my persona, unfortunately. And, I'm afraid of losing work, and I might lie about it. That's the truth. The same way, like I used today. If you're speeding, you might say to, you knew you were doing 85, but you say to the cop, God, no.
It's like if a married guy lies about cheating. Do you guys think he's a total liar then?
Yeah, I mean that's a great example.
Well, what do you think of Bill Clinton?
I think a wife would have trouble trusting her husband again.
Right.
About
If she knew.
anything he
If
said.
she- if she knew.
and
But
all
if
her, and
you
all her
knew-
friends.
Well, if he
If your
admits that
friend-
he cheated.
No, but if your friend, no, I think what Benji's trying to say, if you have a best friend, a guy that's like a brother to you, and he comes to you and says, look, I'm cheating on my wife, this is bad, and then you hear him lie to his wife about it, do you think he's a liar on every level, or just because he's lying to his wife?
No, I mean, you would say probably, though, that guy, I mean, if he's lying to his wife, might be a little untrustworthy in some ways.
But he's lying to his wife to save a life that he might have with his kids and everything. And I mean,
I get that.
I mean, there's guys here that have cheated on their wife.
Right.
Okay.
You know it.
Benji's pretty sure he knows.
No,
Okay.
I mean, you just know it, that everyone here, if it ever comes up to the air, they're saying, no, I'm faithful.
What are you going with, odds?
I'm going with odds.
Look, I've said I'm faithful. I was faithful to Dana now for years.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But if someone lies, even if it's that, like Artie's example, you do think twice about them telling the truth in other scenarios. I mean, I was trying to think of other things because you asked that.
See, I can, look, I think you're thinking more morally and ethically about a guy doing that. Like, it might make me think less of his character, but it doesn't make me think he's lying to me about everything.
But Artie,
there's no question about that.
Here's a big issue too. So Artie, did you do drugs? No, that's a lie.
Totally
Totally
that's
understand.
a blanket thing. Like, did I do drugs? I'm saying, did I do? If Howard said to me, "Are you on heroin right now?"
Right, I understand.
I'm going to say no.
That I understand, but do you understand how it's?
And eventually, I always say yes for some reason.
It's not just that where some of the lies come in. It's not that black and white.
Right.
Because then it comes to other parts of your life. But I had to hide the drug thing, and it sort of permeates the big parts of your life.
I understand.
And it's not so obvious.
Right, you could tie the drugs into a lot of things that go on. Like you said, the shrink. Well, you lied about the shrink because it was drug related.
Yeah, it was keeping my job related. That's what it was about.
But we weren't going to fire you.
Well, it was basically. Look,
we would have been. We were disappointed.
Look, how do I know that for sure? I don't know what you guys are thinking. I mean, there might be why wouldn't I think you're going to fire me? I mean,
Then why did you tell us that you stopped going if you thought we might fire you?
Because by then, obviously Howard didn't care, and I said it because of look, I do share some things that are crazy on the air because I think they're provocative.
Right. Like even when you called me about the drug test, when you called me at home that night, you said, "Listen, I'm not going to take this drug test. An entertainment lawyer told me to take it because if I take it, I'm going to lose a month's worth of pay if I go to rehab." But no one ever had that discussion with you that you would lose pay to go to rehab. In fact, most of the discussion here was go do what you need to do.
I made a dumb fucking deal, and in the deal, I said to Howard, "Without pay," and he said yes. That's where that came from. So it was all parameters I laid out. Don't get me wrong. When I called you, I was trying to get out of it.
Right.
I didn't say you guys did it. I laid it out.
But I mean, how many times?
And I realized how stupid it was.
How many times has Howard said, "Artie, go? If you want to go"? And did he ever say, "And by the way, if you go, I'm suspending your pay for off the air"?
I brought it up. But
I mean, up to that point.
No, he never said that. Of course not. But I brought it up. So that was in the rule book that I laid out, and I was trying to get that out of the rule book. That's why I brought that up. But, I don't know. I mean, listen, maybe I don't want to go away for a month, too, because, maybe some guy will sit in the chair that you guys love. Jackie lost his job, I mean, maybe
Jackie quit.
Okay, but.
And quite honestly, the 50 people that sat in the chair after him weren't as funny as you.
All right. Well, listen.
Sorry, Jimmy Kimmel.
They might come back. A guy might come who you never heard of and be funny, and he could work for cheaper. This is America. I don't know, Or how it starts. Artie could come in Monday and Tuesday. We'll have this guy Wednesday. I think about that all. I worry about losing my job like everybody else in the world. And not so much for this stuff because Howard makes it funny, but losing my job to someone better? Yeah, of course I do.
But can I be the voice of asshole morality? If you were that worried about it, wouldn't you just take care of yourself to make sure you didn't have to leave?
Well, again, Gary, we're going back to why I just got into drugs. I don't know. I got addicted to drugs, man. I have no idea how that happened.
Do you think you have a disease? Because you talked about that this morning,
No,
too.
I've never.
You don't think it's a disease?
I don't. I hate that rap. I think because there's been times in my life where I've been off of drugs for 4 years, and then I get the blues on the road, the wah thing, and I feel like getting high. I don't think that's a disease. I think that's a flaw in your character. I don't think it's a disease at all.
All right, since it's come up so much, we've got the clip from yesterday, so you guys can settle this once and for all. Hit it, Ted.
I just know what I hear in the office, so I'm sitting there thinking, like, Artie's out of his mind. This is crazy. I can't believe it. And then I hear somebody say, how do you know that you can believe what Artie just said? Which I hadn't thought of. Some people think that the story he told today might not be true.
Oh, that he didn't even have the urine? He was just
telling a great story. I'm believing he had the urine on him, but now the seed of doubt has been planted. That's how low his trust level is around here. I hadn't thought of that, but other people had.
Yeah, I said that to Gary because, I mean, it's funny. It sounds funny for him just to say, so who knows if it's the truth. And it's not to be insulting to Artie, but you can't take him at his word, obviously, at this point. So you can just speculate that anything he says is not true.
Yeah, but real kind of things that he's lied about, it's always been to protect his image. It's never been like just to pull a stunt.
No, he lies about everything. How did he protect his image when he told the Rolling Stone girl he was that he's going to tell us he went jogging? What do we give a shit if he
And it is funny when he says he's going to take it out and slam it
Right.
around, and that's a funny line.
It could be. I mean, it wouldn't be. I don't think it's that big, but I don't think he was lying about that.
So you think he had it on?
I have faith in Artie that he was lying to us about it, about the urine.
That he was telling the truth about lying about having the urine.
I don't know. That's pretty bad to me. I mean, that's fucked up. But listen, you could play back a number of things I've said about people. If you just looked at a transcript of the show, it's awful. That hurt my feelings big time.
I'm surprised. I mean, I didn't mean it. I'm surprised. I really am surprised compared to some of the things that have been said. But I'm not saying
about everything. And
if it bothers
you answered your own question. I don't give a fuck if you knew I jogged with to use that as an example is awful.
No,
that's the example. Outside of the drug use that you use, a total joke.
Because it wasn't obvious it was a joke, and it seemed like of anything.
How is that not a joke?
It seemed like something to not lie about.
I think you have a better sense of humor than this. Okay, how is that not a joke? The cunt reporter knew it was a joke.
She didn't.
Yes, she did. She said it to you to create this shit because she's a cunt. You're acting like a cunt.
No, she came here and I'm telling you,
she's a cunt.
But she didn't say it was.
She's a cunt.
That might be true, but she didn't say she knew it was a joke.
And she was acting like a cunt by coming in here and being a little cunt and saying. He said to me, he'll just lie if we don't jog. Who? Cunt.
Now, Will, you clearly said in there that, you didn't mean anything offensive by what you were saying.
I don't think it's no insult to Artie, but how could you take his word for anything?
Oh, God, dude, that's not what I said. I said it was a funny
That's
story.
exactly what you said.
And how could you be so insulted that people might think you're lying
No,
about
but
stuff? That's the part that's so ridiculous.
Lying about certain things is fine, but you're not getting my point. Not to take my word on anything is what pisses me off. That's a blanket statement about me as a person, not as a drug addict or a guy with a drug problem, saying you can't take my word about anything and that I lie about everything.
No, I don't say you lie about everything.
Well, you just did.
And you know what? I didn't mean that. What I do mean is that everything is now in question in my head. That doesn't mean you lie about everything. It means everything's in question.
Then that's your problem, man.
But it's a problem that's not that hard to have.
It shouldn't be in question. It shouldn't.
And I'm not the only one. I give Will
you
credit.
Keep saying that. You're not the only
true,
one.
Because Will's the only.
Let's talk about you. I'm talking about you.
I'm not sure when you're telling the truth. That's me talking. That's it. I can't say it any other fucking way. I'm not positive when you're telling the truth anymore.
Tell me one time outside of drug stuff you think I've lied to you.
I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at it.
Because I've never done it, Gary.
I guess not.
Of course I haven't.
So when you lie for drug stuff, that's okay, and I should know the difference.
Yeah, Gary, because people lie about shit that they might get in trouble about. That's human nature. People lie about shit that they think might be an awkward thing to say to somebody, because that's human nature. If everybody told the truth, everyone would hate each other's guts. That's what this show creates. It's good radio. But you can't think of one thing, and neither can John, because I've never lied about anything else, ever. And that's the problem.
So if you were on the other side of this, and you were me, and because I know you lie when it comes to drug stuff to protect yourself, I know that.
Okay.
I should know the difference. I should know that if it's
Gary,
not possible.
Have you ever lied to a boss?
Of course, but I'm just saying.
Have you ever lied to a boss about something drug related?
No, because I didn't really do a lot of drugs, and if I did, I never worked at it.
Where you might have been coked up all night, and someone might have said you look bad. Who you work for, and what'd you tell them? You overslept, or
I've never been in that position. I swear to God.
Okay.
I just never got to that.
Okay.
But
you've lied, you've lied
if,
to your boss. Maybe you went to an Islander game too late one night.
Okay, fine.
Which I don't know why you were there.
Another gay sport.
After 83. But, so that's it, Gary. So you lied once or twice or 3 times to your boss. How do I know when you're telling the truth? It's called using your discretion. It's why you have a fucking brain. It's using your reason. Okay, Artie's, he does heroin. You may lie about it, but he's not lying about this because he's never lied about something like that ever before.
I guess it's
you
hard.
want to get on here and be interesting by just calling me a fucking liar. So I'm not taking it anymore.
Okay, you said how you feel, and I said it's tough to know.
All right, okay, good. It's tough to know then. I'm sorry you can't figure that out.
Listen, I'm entitled to an opinion, Artie.
Okay, then it's a dumb opinion. I'm entitled to
That's
think
your
it's,
opinion.
I'm entitled to think it's a dumb opinion.
And you're totally entitled to think it's a dumb opinion. It's not.
Do you think
it's
that I
not
think it's
as
a dumb
cut-
opinion is a dumb opinion?
It's not as cut and dried as you try to make it out to be. That everybody should know what the rules are about lying. For
Not
Artie
a person in this fucking room hasn't lied, and
but that's not the point.
Yes, it is, Gar. We're talking about lying.
Who do you
about
think?
stuff.
Okay, John, me, you, Will, Benji. Who's got the highest lying percentage in this room?
I don't know. No idea. I don't know you guys. I don't know what you tell your wife. I don't know what you tell. I have no idea. You guys don't say shit on the air that I say. I shouldn't say it. I fucking blurt it out. That's why you know I lied in the first place. Because eventually I tell the fucking truth. How do you know I'm not lying about? How do you know I didn't see the shrink for 4 months and the other thing isn't a lie? You don't know.
How do I know that you just
it's
said
all,
it?
It's all entertainment, Gary.
But how do I know when you're entertaining me or not?
If you don't know that, then you are a monkey. What are you talking about? if I say something
so I
funny,
should know that you might have lied about not going to the shrink?
No, Gary, you're picking and choosing what you think is a lie and what you don't think is a lie.
But do you understand why there might be confusion?
No. Yeah, but you gotta look. When we're on the air saying shit, dude. You gotta learn to separate that from me as a person. You just have to do that. That's what life. I don't know how much you guys lie to people in your life. I have no idea. You could lie to your wife every fucking day, Gar. You could lie to your neighbor every day. You could lie to your PTA fucking people every. You could lie to the defense.
Well, I don't know what
coach
you
on
do
your
when you
football
leave here
team.
either.
Okay,
I don't know what you tell.
How can I answer that question?
I don't know what you tell your sister or your mother or anybody else.
How can I answer that question?
Well,
Who
how can
lies the
anybody
most?
answer it?
All right, well, you asked it. Ask answerable questions.
For the whatever.
You have to separate what's on the air and what's in your private life or real life or whatever.
Right.
So that means that anything you say on the air could be bullshit, right? If it's for entertainment purposes.
It could be a joke.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's exactly the point yesterday. That we were saying it could be bullshit.
But you see, if it's that gray, why even bring up anything that's said on the air? I mean, why talk about anything I've said on the air?
Because that's what the show's supposed to just talk.
If it could be a joke, then just say, "Oh, Artie was joking around." I don't know.
That's what we said.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Well, we
That's
said
not
it was
what
a lie.
you said.
It was a lie instead of a joke.
No, you
I said it was a funny line.
You said you can't take my word on anything, and that's you being serious.
I don't know if it was that serious like that.
All right,
but
well, I don't know.
But I mean, I
were
don't
you
think
trying to be funny when you said that?
I'm obviously the most unfunny person and should
No,
be on the
Gary
show.
is.
I'm unfunny.
Gary's
Do you think you're a funny guy, Will?
You don't know me. You don't
yes,
know
I
me.
do.
No, you don't.
Will, I've worked with you for 8
That's
years.
a difficult
you
question
don't.
coming from you because you're way funnier than all of us. So when you say it, it's sort of a bullshit question.
Well,
Will could be
how
funny,
do we-
but he's not.
Yeah,
he's not already funny.
Artie, you've never hung out with me. You don't
He's
know whether
probably-
I'm funny or not.
He's the 80th funny Eagle fan I've ever met.
Okay, well, that's
he's
fine.
not even in the top 79.
Dude.
The guy who said he'd throw Ralph off the 700 section, that guy should be working.
One trick
It's funny
pony.
because
Guy had one good line. He's
He
like
called
the
Ralph-
unknown,
he
like
called
the unknown
Ralph
comic.
He called Ralph a heatless fag.
But hey, Art, that's
Yeah,
kind of
that's an unfair card to play though, because you're right. I mean, Gary's right. You make your living being funny.
When you ask me if I think I'm funny,
when you guys come into this show and try to be funny, then you're coming into my territory. So I'm going to judge your funniness on this show.
because
I know you're funny watching a Philly game with your friends.
This show's not always about being funny.
Right, we're
It's
not
about
in your
what goes
territory.
on.
The purpose
Should
of
be.
this show is not to be funny round the clock.
Well, you're doing a bang-up job.
We discuss the wrap-up show, and once in a while we'll crack a joke because it just happens to be there. Whether you think that joke is funny or not, you're totally entitled to. But we're not
I
coming.
didn't get the memo.
You make it
I didn't get the wrap-up show summary.
You make it sound like we're coming in here trying to be you, and we're not.
No, I don't think you're trying to be me.
Wait, can I say one thing that might frame the debate a little bit?
Is it about that cunt reporter?
Benji,
Oh,
if you
for
say it
20.
again, I'm going to punch you in the fucking head.
Seriously.
Wait, what? You're not
Stop.
allowed to say.
No, stop.
I'm going to punch you in the fucking head.
What?
All right, stop.
Wait, why is that the worst thing that's been
The thing that I want to say is
Are you
that
retarded?
No,
Then just fucking listen.
I don't understand why that would get you so mad.
Well, because you're trying to be funny and you're not being funny.
Is that the part that's getting you mad?
Yes, the
It's
wrap-up
exact-
show is not about being funny.
I mean,
unless
the
you're
thing
Artie.
I was going to say is
Sometimes, if the
it's
funny-
Will, try saying it. See what happens.
If funny presents itself, did you hear Gary? Then you try to be funny.
Well, I guess what I wanted to point out is, like, if you're going to lie, obviously as a comedian, your premise is it can go anywhere from exaggeration to all-out lies for entertainment purpose. So if you're on the radio, I think it's akin to that on some level. So I guess the definition of a lie in terms of it affecting your friendship has to be defined as something that's hurtful to you or the show.
In your person. See, in other words, if you agree with what he just said, and I do, then assuming being offended by anything I say on the air has to go out the window, because something on the air could be anything. Did I ever come to you in your office and say, Gary, listen, I'm not on heroin, man. I promise you. Did I ever say that to you, person? No. And then, because that I'd be a little more insulted by. When I'm on the radio, like Greg said, I'm trying to be entertaining. So for you to take anything I say on the air as gospel and to be offended by it is a little retarded.
So hold on. When you talk to us off the air during commercial breaks about your experiences at the Shrink, should I know the difference? And you did. Howard said, you go to the Shrink? Oh, you mentioned whatever.
No, because I did go to the Shrink a couple of times, and I talked about my experience.
Even that number, did you go 1.5 times?
I didn't make up stuff that didn't happen at the Shrink. I went about 2 times, and I told Howard what my opinion was of it.
So you asked your Shrink if it was okay for you to drink, or you told your Shrink you were going to drink?
Yeah, that's the last time I went. I told him I had tequila, and then I.
So in your second visit, you told him.
Yeah. It came up pretty quick.
No, and I didn't say that to defend Artie. I'm saying
Thank you, Greg.
I'm saying it to point out that there may be things that you've said to Gary off the air, and it seems to me that in terms of anybody that you have a relationship with off the show, they can be angry about a lie that affected them in some way.
Right.
But I don't know. I'm unclear on how that affects what he says on the air, because certainly Howard may not have a small penis, and Dean Martin didn't really have a drink in his hand all those years. There's certain things.
Greg, I swear to God, I don't even know what you're talking about.
No,
I got lost.
Why do I know what he's talking about?
I don't know. I'm stupid.
You have a problem with Artie lying, right? And it affects your friendship, correct?
Yeah, okay.
No, I don't think
time.
So what I'm saying, wait, hold on. Well, I'm just trying to clarify this so we understand. So what I'm saying is a lie versus comedic license is something, and I'm not defending Artie, because if he did lie to you off the air, then that is wrong, and that's something that he has to address.
Artie not going to the Shrink was no comedic license. It was just him lying.
No, well, we didn't laugh about that on the air? That didn't create an hour of
no,
material?
Did it create material? Yes. Did we laugh about it? No.
Yes, we did. Howard laughed about it. What he's saying is, if you're going to admit that sometimes while I'm on the air in that forum, I'm trying to be funny, you can't take anything I say as gospel. And to be offended by it is stupid. If I come to you off the air and say something to you that's a direct lie that really betrays you, then that's a different story. And that's never happened, and I've never done that to a friend, and I will never do that ever in my life.
Artie, what about when you called me and gave me a 20-minute speech about how you couldn't come to my wedding because you couldn't be around drugs and alcohol?
That's the truth.
No, because your Shrink told you couldn't do it.
Listen,
and then you went in there and said you didn't want to come because you didn't want to go because whatever.
Because I was trying to be funny, and I said I don't want
Artie,
to go.
Artie, that's the truth, and I don't care. You're not offending me. That's the truth, though.
Well, I didn't want to go because I didn't want to drink at dinner. Same reason I didn't go to Fred's party. I don't go to things where if I think I'm going to fall off the wagon.
But I think you were, at that point, you were still doing heroin.
Well, I wasn't. I was not. I was on the heroin wagon at that point. And how would you know anyway, man?
Exactly.
It's all speculation.
Because
so shut up about it.
On the wrap-up show.
Don't talk about shit you don't know, because you're going to get in a bad area.
But on the wrap-up show, and again, I asked you 2 weeks ago, Artie, how long were you on heroin? You said off and on from the end of August till December.
Off and on.
Well, Will's wedding was in September.
What does off and on mean?
But how do we... I don't know, man. But it could have...
I said off and on. I didn't say constantly from August to December.
So the second you got off of heroin just happened to be the week that Will was getting married where you didn't want to drink.
It could have been. I got off heroin to go to Afghanistan.
Somebody said earlier, Artie, about ultimately Gary should be mad at Howard, not at you, because Howard is the one who lets you...
Howard runs the show. We all know that here. Okay, if Howard was mad at me, there'd be consequences for what I'm doing. He's not. So Gary should go to Howard and say, listen, Artie's been disrespecting the show, and I don't like that. And Howard then has to react to that.
You're right. And Howard doesn't react to it.
Okay, so what am I... What do you want me to do?
So does that give you a license to basically do whatever you want to do?
Yeah, until Howard tells me not to.
The Greg Fitzsimmons school of, he's talented enough to do what he wants.
That's not what I said.
It's sort of exactly what you said, Greg.
No, what I said was, what Artie said is true. Look, there's a guy who makes personnel decisions here. there's no democracy. There's no real. There may be some input, but it's his decision. Do I think it's a good idea that Artie's in bad shape and he's still on the air? That's not for me to decide. I think that it's an issue that,
But when you were here, you said, listen, you take what you get. Artie's a talent.
And why are you insulted by that guy?
No, you are a talent.
Okay, and you're not.
He said because you're a talent that you are held to a different standard,
and
which you are. But then he went on to say,
I get paid more than other
should be
people
able to
here,
do
too. Why
whatever.
Do I get paid more
you
than
should be
people
able to do whatever you
No,
want.
you
should be able to do whatever you
pissed off that they don't make the same amount of money
You're
I
missing
make.
the point. I didn't finish the thought.
No, but you're adding your own thought.
I'm not adding it. You said it.
No, I did not say Artie should be able to do whatever he wants. You added that.
No, you did.
I ended at Artie has problems. He doesn't always come in on time. Howard doesn't have a problem with that. So apparently those are the standards for Artie. Not set by you.
I've been late 10 times in 8 years.
I didn't say it was good. I didn't encourage it. I didn't say.
But it's not true because your exact example was that you worked on a show and that you came in late because you wrote jokes that got on. And you know what? It wasn't right, but fuck them.
Well, guess what? If I'm doing a monologue every day, I'm keeping the guy who writes the funny jokes, not the guy who's here on time who sucks.
Gary,
That's the world, man.
You're assigning a cause effect to that wasn't there. I didn't say, fuck you, I'm coming in late and leaving early. I came in late because I was really unhappy. And when I was there, I worked really hard and I got a lot of shit
I think
on.
the exact word was like tough shit, I think.
No, that was not the exact words. I defy you to show me that on the tape.
See,
you're
offended by him
into that.
acting like a producer. You're offended by what he just said because you have animosity probably towards funny people because you want to be one. But clearly that's what's going on. You're offended by him.
There were a shitload of funny people before you got here, and they didn't offend me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sam Kinison never offended you. by his behavior.
Not. No, he did not because he didn't work for me.
Right.
He did not. He never offended me by his behavior.
Okay.
But that's a
Jackie never annoyed you?
No, because Jackie took the show seriously.
Oh, okay. Jackie, who fucking walked out on a contract. Pick your fucking battles, man. Yeah, no, it's not a different story. That's not disrespecting the show.
No, but I was offended by that.
Okay, what you just said was wrong. You said someone else did offend you in history of the show.
Yeah, he didn't do it on a daily basis.
Yeah, neither am I, Gar. I've offended you on a daily basis
that's right.
for 8
you're
years?
Wrong. You're wrong. It's not a daily basis. You're right.
Okay.
You're right.
I'm right about everything,
it's more, whatever.
Garrett, listen, let me tell you something. If you're fucking Ellen DeGeneres or Jay Leno, and there's a guy that writes jokes that get laughs every fucking time, but he's always an hour late. Sometimes he falls asleep, blah, blah, blah. But there's another guy who's on time every day, who looks neat and never has a problem or a drink in his life, and everything sucks. Who are you keeping at hiring time?
I don't know, because I've never been in that situation till now.
If you don't know the answer to that, Garrett, then you're a dumbass, stupid motherfucker.
Thank you.
You keep the guy who writes sucky jokes?
Don't name call, because this is...
Let him name call. This is how he feels.
There's a disconnect because you have been in that position. You have the man standing next to you is late a lot, and he works for you, and you haven't fired him. Why?
We've threatened to fire him,
but you haven't fired him.
It was very close.
But
Benji
why
will
did
tell
you keep him?
We gave him one more chance.
But why? You wouldn't give that same chance to somebody else.
That's any job. That would be the fucking cashier.
That's not true.
Point. That's not true.
That's my point.
No,
well, which one am I listening to now?
because Benji writes funny stuff. That's why he's there.
Of course, because we like the work that he does.
Okay.
But he was getting to a point where his work was good, but not good enough to put up with what was going on, and it was close.
So let me get this
straight. Benji, just back me up. Was it close? Was that meeting?
No.
You were not afraid in that meeting?
No.
Are you being honest?
Yes.
Fire him, Gary.
It's not Gary's decision. It would be Howard's decision.
Exactly. That's the other point. It's not Gary's decision.
Robert Smigel, who's like one of the greatest TV writers in history, now does occasionally TV Funhouse on SNL, which is like a 1-minute, 2-minute short film. He used to have to show up at 7 in the morning, stay till 4 in the morning. Now he's got the respect and the luxury. Now, I think the problem is he's not saying fuck you to Lorne Michaels. He's saying this is what I want to contribute. If you want it, that's fine. And
is he a full-time writer there, or did they just expect him to
was.
But is he now?
No, he gets to do what he wants because he's that good. And I'm not saying that Artie gets to do what he wants. What I'm saying is that is the criteria for Howard keeping him. In the same way that the criteria for you keeping Benji are that he's providing something that you guys need.
No,
and whether or not he does it late or early, it doesn't matter.
And honestly, I don't get to do whatever I want because I'm not late all the time. I'm not absent all the time. We're focusing on stuff that's the minority of the time.
Yeah, but you're contradicting yourself, Artie. You do get to do what you want. You just said it. If Howard told you to stop doing this, you would stop. So you do get to do what you want.
No. You think if I came in late every single day of the fucking week, or if I was really out 2 days a week, Howard wouldn't eventually get rid of me? I mean, I don't get to do what I want. I don't want to be here every day at 6, but I get my ass here 98% of the time every day at 6. That's disrespecting the show. And when I get here, I'm always ready, and I'm funny, and I'm honest, and I tell stories that are embarrassing, but I think they're funny. I do what I got to do. I do my job. You know, I used to go to the Tuesday meeting all the time. I don't do it anymore. Howard doesn't give a fuck because it doesn't affect what I do on the air. I mean, you know, that's just how it is, man. I'm sorry if you feel like, I'm getting special privileges.
Nobody is knocking your ability on the air.
Exactly.
I don't think that's what's the question here. Well, I think, Howard shows up for the beginning of the show and he leaves at the end of the show. He's the guy we all follow. Everybody else here does that. You, on occasion, haven't done that. And when Benji walks in 3 minutes late...
And Benji's not late all the time
No, he's
either.
not. No, he's not.
And again, me and Benji are here over 90% of the time, on time, and we don't take days off 90% of the time.
And we don't do heroin.
You know, that's just how it is. You're making it sound, when you have these conversations, you're making it sound like I'm out half the fucking year. That's not the case, man.
I didn't say you were out half the year.
Yeah, but that's what it sounds like to someone who's listening. It sounds like, okay, we don't care if Artie's out all the time or if he's late all the time. That's what you say. Well, sometimes you don't hear what you say.
Well, because I'm a fucking dumbass.
Well, the other thing that you're up against...
You didn't. No, you're not a dumbass.
I'm a big old fucking dumbass.
You didn't answer that question honestly. You didn't. You would fire the guy who writes the shit jokes. You know you would. You didn't want to answer it because you don't want to agree with me on it. You would keep the fuck up who writes good shit because you got to go out there and say it. That's what makes the world go around. Babe Ruth fucked whores all night. He hit 3 home runs when he was hungover. That's why they didn't fire him on the Yankees. Matt Kelly did that a couple of times.
All right, look, you're not Babe Ruth, so fucking shut up.
I know, but I'm saying, but I'm using an analogy of like, whatever. To hear, for some reason, Howard thinks I'm good enough not to fire,
but
based on what I'm doing.
But I think what we're coming from is, Gary, there's two levels that you are not happy with Artie's lying, Artie's work ethic, or whatever. One is personal, as a friend, and part of that is concern that as much as you guys are angry, I know you love Artie and you care about him, and that you're concerned about...
The funny thing is, I'm not even sure that Artie knows that anymore.
No, he doesn't. Artie is not in a great place.
By the way, this is the first time you've ever said to me, and again, it's on the air, that you would truly think I've been disrespecting the show for the last 8 months. You never pulled me aside and said that. You said it now. I mean, you never pulled me aside and said that, Gar.
I don't know that it's my place. It's a feeling I have.
You're the producer of the show. Why would it be your place?
But you're right. At the end of the day, it's Howard's decision. So if I feel that way and he doesn't, then it's not my place to say it.
The point is just completely moot here, then, because
it is.
If you pull me aside and said, "Oh, listen, I think you're disrespecting the show," that's what a friend does. You're saying it on the air now.
Would you change, or would you say, "Hey, Howard doesn't give a shit"?
I tell you what.
Howard doesn't care.
I tell you what. I would try to get it together. I really would, out of respect for you, but. If push came to shove and I woke up hungover one day or whatever, because it's not Howard saying it, I might go to the phone and say I'm not in, But look, I'm enough of a fuck up to where I have lost jobs. I've made those decisions before. I'm very self-destructive. It's horrible. I wish I wasn't like that, but I am.
I think you guys are so different in your lives that, Gary, you take it personally that he's not doing this to be hostile. He's fucking miserable. I mean, I've known Artie a long time. I could say, we talked about it backstage. I said it on the air. I'm going through a bad time. I'm not happy. I look at Artie. He does not. You haven't seen happy to me in a long time.
I haven't been happy in 20 years.
So he's not getting off on coming in late and being a fuck up. And I think the part of you that's concerned about Artie, and we all are, is reacting to it. Quite honestly, almost like on intervention, when you see a family member, somebody who cares about someone with a disease, and they can't control it. But there's that guy. But then there's you as the boss on the job.
But at the end of the day, here's the thing that's really funny. I am not Artie's boss in any way, shape, or form. And Artie's called me that for years because at the end of the day, I can't fire Artie. I can't tell Artie what to do. I can't tell him where to be. It all comes from Howard. So I'm really not Artie's boss. I'm just a guy who produces the show, who can direct Artie. Hey, Artie, we're all going out to Vegas. Be there by this day.
And look,
I don't tell him what to do ever.
Here's the other thing.
Have I ever come to you and told you what to do?
Never, Gary. No,
because I don't have that power.
But in the beginning, you were the guy. The first guy, and I yearn for these times again because stuff has gotten so crazy in my life, professional and personal. But, the first couple of years I was on this show, when I first started doing the show, you were the guy who I talked to. You were the guy who called me and told me when I was going to be on. You were the guy I grew up listening to. I do have respect for you as a producer of the show. as years went by, you get familiar with something, and
it breeds contempt.
It breeds contempt, but I think contempt's the bad word here. I just think it breeds, for me, complacency, and I see how it operates now. Instead, I'm not just the fan or the comic who sits in every once in a while. I see how the place really operates, and I see, it really is all Howard's call. And look, there's been times in the past Howard sat me down and said, he did research. He found the shrink. He went out of his way to find the shrink for me, and that was 5 years ago. I still haven't called the shrink. So in a way, I'm not doing what Howard tells me to do either. Because
he didn't tell you what to do. He suggested.
Okay,
That's a big difference.
But still, when a guy like Howard, who you respect, suggests that, you might at least give the guy a call. I've never done that, and that's a little. He said he's been disrespected by that, but Greg brings up a point, and Will said this on the air too. He was mad at me, but you know what? He's 100% right. The bottom line is, I'm a miserable fuck. I'm miserable. I don't like being this miserable. I hate it. I'm not a happy guy, and there's people in my life that catch those effects from me not being happy personally. Women I've been involved with, especially recently, and in my work life, I'm miserable. I don't like that. That's true, but it's true.
What would make you happy, Artie?
I don't know, man. I have no idea. I don't know. If I knew, I'd do it.
I mean, you're a huge success comedically. I assume you're doing very well financially.
In one area of my life, I'm successful. I've lived out a lot of dreams in show business, and I have a lot of money. I do. Good money for me. But that's one piece of life's puzzle. All of the rest are a complete mess. It's a mess. It's it's just a... it's just a mess, man. What can I tell you? Health, drug addiction, depression, loneliness, everything, maybe overstress, overwork. It's just how it is,
Greg, the other thing at the core of this with Gary that I think you're missing is that Gary really, really cares about Artie on a personal level.
I just said he loves him. Through all this anger, it's because he loves him.
And
when you know what? If you didn't like somebody as much as I like Artie, you couldn't piss me off the way you can.
Exactly.
Well,
you couldn't.
Why? And I feel
so
the
I'm
same
sorry,
way
what
about
did I-
you,
what did I
pissing me
miss?
off. Like, if someone said, like, the point I was trying to make before, if Ralph had said that on the air, I mean, that's Ralph being Ralph, I don't care. But yesterday, that fucking ate away at my stomach when I heard that. Fat joke, man.
No, I mean, look, I've been sober for 20 years, minus a year and a half.
Bullshit,
when I turned
that's a
40.
lie.
When I turned 40. And I look at Artie, and I can relate to that he's running away and he's hiding, whether it's drugs or whether it's food or whatever, and there's nothing left. You're worn out. And
that's for sure. I'm burnt out.
You're burnt out. And you're showing up to a show every day, and you're working most weekends. And to truly recover and get sober, you need time to go do that. And until you do, you're not going to feel anything good.
Listen, man, you know how fucked up it became? It has all become so fucked up. When I was 24 years old, driving a cab and parking it outside the comic strip to run in and ask a guy to watch it to do a 20-minute set, do you know how much I would have killed to do a roast on Comedy Central? You know what I mean?
Right.
And last year I blew it off. I blew off a roast. I was on a phone with a guy telling me he'd send me a private jet to go roast a guy who's a friend of mine. What happened, man? What happened to the guy who was 24 who wanted that so bad? I don't know what happened. It's so depressing to me.
Well, I know what happened.
And when I think about that, I get insanely depressed.
I think you got it. You got what you wanted. Are you beyond where you thought you'd be when you were the 24-year-old kid?
Look, everybody. I think Greg will attest to this. I mean, everybody. I think I wanted to be Jim Carrey by now.
Okay, but
of course. But look. If it ended tomorrow, I could put a spin on my career where, you know what, I made some noise and I'm very proud of it. I wouldn't be disappointed, but of course I thought I'd be like everybody else. I thought I'd be Adam Sandler or Jack Black or Jim Carrey or something. I thought I'd be a movie star.
Hey, Art, beyond yesterday, what Gary said, what Will said, has something else been going on the last couple of days? Because you do seem like, has it been like some sort of hell?
There is something that happened in my personal life, yeah, that was a really bad, shitty thing to hear. It's
you want to exploit it?
Right, of course, exactly. Do I want? You know what? No, part of me does want to say it out loud, but I it's something it's really, even for me, a no-no.
Can I just ask this one question? Personal or professional?
Personal.
Okay.
Personal. So because it would affect a couple other people. But really, and everything, no, but here's what I should have realized years ago is every story I tell affects other people in my life. So, that hasn't been great that I've been so forthright, but, what are you going to do? The past is the past.
Well, I feel like, again, talking about addiction, you're stuck because the once you become addicted to something, your self-esteem goes away, and your ability to step back and say there's someone beneath the money and the gigs and the success that underneath there, this sounds corny, but underneath there, you used to know that there was somebody that was worth fighting for. And right now, it's you feel empty, and so the only thing that's keeping you going is this stuff that's actually working against you.
It's funny. You talk about, what we used to be and stuff. I bring this up to Greg all the time. The first time I ever met Greg, I was probably like 27 or 28, and we both did a weekend at the old Catch a Rising Star, the one that was on West 28th Street off 8th Avenue.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget this because my family was there, and the lineup was Greg, myself, Jim Gaffigan, and
Ray Romano.
And Ray Romano, right. So I had done a year on Mad TV, and Ray Romano was saying to me, what's it like being on a TV show? Do you like it? I said, well, no, I hate L.A. because he had just shot his pilot. The pilot got picked up. And I said, do you like it? He goes, I remember him saying this. We all made about $500 that weekend, right? Yeah. And Romano needed the $500 bucks, and by this time he was already 40 and had been on the, stand-up circuit for a while. And I remember I was like 28, and I said to him, do you still like this after all these years? Like, are you psyched? He goes, well, I'm psyched that I'm getting something that might get me off the road. And I said, what do you think of the show? And he goes, I hate the name. He goes, the name I want to throw up over, but they love it. And I said, who else is on the show? And he said, Peter Boyle. And I can remember the one, because I had such a bad experience in L.A., I was trying to say something to cheer him up. And I said, Peter Boyle, man, I love Peter Boyle. He goes, yeah, he's funny. He goes, but I think I suck on it. And he thought he sucked on it. He thought the show sucked. He thought everything sucked.
But isn't that the nature of most comedians?
Yes, that's the point I'm trying to make. Like, now he's a billionaire, and I think if you, and I think if you talk to him now, he still thinks a lot of things suck. But at least, he's got kids, he's got a wife, he could look at. I don't know. It's in our nature, maybe. I remember Greg felt the same way. Jim Gaffigan thought everything sucked. We were back there miserable. We were talking about Dave Attell today. Dave Attell's a miserable
guy,
person.
but a great guy. I would tell the story. When Jackie worked on the show, I could tell you every excuse for the day of the year why Jackie would tell me why that weekend show was going to suck. Okay,
yeah, right.
Memorial Day, everybody's going to picnics, nobody's going out. I'm fighting Thanksgiving traffic. Kids are back at school.
March Madness.
Every weekend. Oh, I'm in Syracuse and there's a big game. And Jackie would come back every weekend and be sold out, but he would tell me in advance every weekend why nobody was coming to the show.
Yeah.
Well, because your self-esteem is over-invested in what you do for a living, and it's like literally the definition of a persona is a mask. It's a person you present to the public because inside you fucking hate that guy. And comedians become that as they get successful, they start internalizing this. When we talked about you lying on the show, well, are you projecting a character that's funny or is this really you? And then when as a friend, Gary, you're seeing this projection and then you're feeling somehow betrayed by him not really being that guy. But which is legitimate. I mean, if you care about somebody and they're telling you things that are ultimately, beneath your anger is your fear that Artie is something really bad will happen to him.
Of course.
More than the show.
Yeah, but, and another thing, think about how fucked up you'd be psychologically, because this is most comedians. Most comedians like to pretend they hate everybody. They don't like anything. But inside, you crave people's fucking acceptance more than anything. But why else would you get up there and do what you do? But on the outside, you're portraying and putting off like, I hate this, But you could look at a guy in an audience and say, I hate that motherfucker. But you want him to laugh at you so much, and that creates such a conflict in your head. You don't know what the fuck you like anymore, and that and the stress of traveling and everything. I mean, you become a miserable bastard. And I always said I remember talking to Romano and saying, God, I hope I'm not that negative when I'm 40. Well, now I'm 41, and I've had some success, and I would beat him in any negativity contest.
Ralph Sorella, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, now?
Hi, Ralph.
A lot of love in the room. I just want to add to that. I lost my train of thought because now I'm just dying to hear what the thing Artie did a couple days ago that...
It's not something I did, Ralph. It was something it's news I got about something.
and
he's not going to deal with it.
He doesn't want to talk about it.
But it sounded like he almost was going to talk about it. No?
I was.
Come on, Artie.
Honestly, no, I was never even close to talking
I won't. I won't.
you know what, Ralph? I'll call you tonight, and you could tell Howard.
I think you guys are getting...
Every time Howard has a new shirt on, I think he knows something else about me because he saw Ralph the day before.
Tuesday morning's usually a good time to know I tipped him off to something. No. And getting back to that thing, I explained that on the air with you and Gary in Iraq, that I was goofing around with Howard, and he went and said something on the air, and that was not true. What you know what I mean?
But you got in his head, Ralph. You did, and it affected
absolutely.
our friendship. It
and
did.
I explained that on the wrap-up show to Gary, and I thought he sort of understood what I was saying, and you accepted that, Gary. That you understood that.
I may have understood it, but I can't get it out of my head, and
Okay,
I'm not sure. And I'm not even sure that I blame you for that.
I'm sorry about that, and but Artie, is it really so hard for you to fathom why people don't take you at your word when, why do people have to sit and sort out with what's true and what's not with you? What might be drug related, what might not, what you might be saying to protect somebody, it's not. And my point was when you were telling that story on the air, and I think what everybody said and made the point, and Will made this point too, and he's right, maybe Artie's just making up a story for the air because it sounds good.
All right. Well,
and who cares?
Then if that's really how you feel, then how could you judge my life on any level by stuff I say on the air?
Life?
If it's all just bullshit and all just for comedy, then then you really would have to put that aside, which is hard to do. Put that aside as if it's a scripted sitcom or something, and then just base how you feel about me by everything I say to you off the air. That would be fantastic. But that doesn't happen on this show. It doesn't.
Right. You don't say that. You don't think there's a lot of gray area and confusion with what's real and what's not, just in general on the show?
Yes, there is, which is why. How could you? Again, I think there's a lot of gray with what goes on the show. So how could you make an opinion? How could you make a personal opinion based on anything?
I think the consensus is people aren't sure based on a lot of other things, like when you're speaking the truth and when you're not. And like even Greg says, there's, you're taking artistic license with a story maybe. Your job is to tell stories and to be interesting and funny on the air. And,
right.
If you didn't have that cup of pee in your closet, or if you did or whatever, I just said it doesn't matter because it's at the end of the day, it's a funny story.
Right.
Well, I think that, this is the longest running reality show in history.
Well,
and the
supposed
cameras are never
show,
off.
That's the point.
No, but I watched American Idol last night, which I haven't seen in years, and these chicks are fighting and screaming and crying, and I thought, people don't act like that. This show raises the stakes. I think you've talked about it. There's times where you might be experiencing something, you might actually push the envelope just to see if it becomes a story on the radio. I mean, It spills over both directions.
And Howard, and I'm not judging him on any level for this because he's a showman before anything, but Howard encourages that behavior from all of us. When John used to come in and rat on people, Howard loved it. He's not going to get mad at John the way the guy was who he ratted on is. So, look, it's a great I think it's like a great human experiment here. And
Howard completely encourages all that. Sal running into the mall and making an announcement.
The best example of that was after you guys had this fight this morning, you saw that smile on Howard's face.
Of course, and he loved it. And he says he loves it. But on any other listen, Howard, the brilliance of what Howard did here is he's created a show where even rejected bits that he hates could become funny within the context of the show. Like if Sal pitched something comparable to the Nick Gers thing at a meeting at the Tonight Show or at Saturday Night Live or wherever, they go, no, we're not doing this. And it would never see the light of day. Howard's created a situation where it can see the light of day by Howard goofing on it and all of us goofing on it. So Sal then goes in his head, look, I should do something like that again because it was just an hour of funny shit. And that's how he thinks. And when he has to make that judgment again, he's going to go for it because Howard, it's rare that Howard rejects something. Because Howard's going, look, this is all interesting. It might be interesting for the audience to hear why I rejected this. So I'll play it and get their opinion. And that's a rare thing. That doesn't happen a lot.
Yeah, and you're completely right about there's a lot of misdirected anger that goes on around that show. And if you're Gary, if you're mad at Artie for disrespecting the show, that's that's on Howard, not on Artie.
That's my point.
Howard lets him do whatever Artie's going to do. What Artie's going to do.
Look,
Artie can attack people and get away with it.
And we all, thank you, Rob. And we're all hypocrites on this level. Where if and I put myself in this category. If we're mad at somebody for something that Howard clearly does himself, we won't yell at Howard about it. We'll yell at the other person about it because that's it. I mean, that's just how it is. That was the point I was trying to make with me spilling the high C, that, there's times where you've been mad that you're picking up Howard's toothpicks and shit. You could have easily said that to him, but you're not, because, we all do the same thing. And that misdirected anger, I think, creates a lot of frustration. And then when there's someone you feel it's all right to yell at that isn't Howard, you just go crazy, because we get nuts. I don't know.
I mean, it's almost like the banking crisis now, where these CEOs are still taking $100 million bonuses. Meanwhile, they drove the company to the ground. And it's a little, not that you're driving this company to the ground. I mean, it's actually good entertainment.
Somebody is.
Let me
I mean,
my stock price.
It ain't me.
By Gary's definition and by anybody's definition, you're not, certainly there's not many jobs where you can admit to having drug use and whatever and keep your job.
Right. Let me give you an example of what I just said, that we're all hypocrites. And this was me yesterday. And I might get shit from Howard about this, but I'm just going to say it because it's a great example of what I was just saying, and I'm at fault with it. When he was saying, who do we have in, and he said, David Brenner.
Yes.
And Brenner's going, for years, David Brenner lied about his age, and we're all going, we all knew you were lying about your age. Gary's caps. Gary said, who told you I wear caps? Gary, everyone knows you wear caps. I felt like saying before Brenner came in, look, who didn't know Howard got a nose job? I mean, that's the most obvious nose job in the history. Did you ever look at his schnoz on some of those fucking Channel 9 shows? There's a hook in the fucking
John Hine masturbates.
I mean, listen, as a fan, okay, as a fan, when I came in here and met Howard, I'm like, my God, that's a nose job. I mean,
wonderful nose job.
I can remember being at Dag Hammarskjöld Plaza. I was 2 feet from the guy. His nose was extraordinary. You could have caught fish with the fucking thing. And and look, he's a guy who, like all of us, has some vanity. He got some money, and it's a great nose job. His nose, he looks like a shiksa, for Christ's sake. But I felt like saying that, and I think that would have been funny to say, but I didn't have the balls to say it. I thought he'd get mad at me, and I didn't say it there, but I said it here, and we'll play it Monday.
And Garrett, based on what Artie just said, when you guys think Artie lies about the drugs, and then you extrapolate it to Artie lies about everything, when Howard kept that quiet.
No, that's not what we said, or Gary
this
said.
This is what happens, Benji. That's not what anybody said.
Yeah.
Nobody said Artie lies about everything. They said we're not sure what to believe, which is a huge difference.
You said You said yesterday Artie has no credibility.
No, but no. What
I
happened
said he
was
has low
what happened was.
credibility.
This is a situation where Gary might have not realized. We just replayed it, and Gary said that exact thing.
I did, and it's not what I meant. What I meant was I didn't mean that Artie lies about everything,
and that's what I got mad at.
But what I do mean is that everything that Artie says could be questioned.
Right,
but what I just said, when Artie brought up about the nose thing, Howard lied about that for years. Does that make you question everything he said?
I know. You know what? That's an excellent point. Howard told us all, I've never had plastic surgery.
This goes back to your example.
And Robin was the best, because when the revelations came out, she was like, your revelation is not that you had a fucking nose. Because she knew. Of course she knew.
It's not just one lie. If Howard lied about the nose job, and that was the end of it, that's one thing. If you then ask
think he lies
Howard,
about anything else?
Howard, did you get your face pulled back? And he said no repeatedly for 3 months. And then he comes out, you know what, I did get my face pulled back.
He said no repeatedly for 7 years.
About what?
His plastic surgery.
What nose job? That's what we're talking about. I'm
but
about
every time he came up,
anything in that
area.
Yeah,
I will never get married.
For 7 years.
I will never get
Well, that wasn't a lie. That wasn't a lie.
That's life. But for 7 years, he told a direct lie. Why? Because it would have affected him in a negative way. You know how many phone callers in the 4 years I was at regular radio called and said, you've had plastic surgery? And he went, no. That's a lie. That's a lie that's helping yourself.
Artie, when he got that, my mom saw him on TV. My mom calls me, goes, Howard got a nose job. That like a week later, I go, no, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm glad he did. He looks good. Howard has a look now that he developed. But quite frankly, of course, I need work. I need a few chins taken off.
All right, well, now, if there's a consensus then that there is artistic license on this show, and that everybody
Howard
lies
lying
to
about
some
his
degree.
nose job is not artistic license.
But I mean, look, Lucy.
That's a lie.
Lucy pretends to have a mustache so she can be in the show. It's comedy. People lie. It becomes funny.
Lucy didn't have a real mustache.
No. See, the thing is, she wanted to. No, the point is, then, Gary, you have to look at you look at your anger then and say, okay, what are the options for this anger then? It's not that, it's not that Artie is fucking up the show in your eyes. It's not that he's not working as hard as you, which leaves the options of. You care about him a lot, and you're so worried that you're actually getting angry because you can't control it, or you feel like it's bad for the radio show.
No, it's not bad for the radio.
Right,
So then it's
that's
that you
where
care
you're
about.
Not bad
that's
for the
where you're
radio.
conflicted about it. You're like, do I let this guy who I really think is falling apart keep doing this because it's good for the show, or do I personally go and say, look, you got to go to rehab, which may not be as entertaining, but personally helps him. So that's got to be something you battle in your head all the time.
I'll tell you right up front, and Howard will back me up on this. A year ago, if I were the one making the decision, I would have made you go to rehab. Right. And Howard has even said, when Howard says that I've had those conversations with him, they're not like, fuck Artie. They're like, I'm worried about Artie.
Gary, I never thought they were like, fuck Artie.
No, but
I know that, man.
But
I know.
I've had probably a half a dozen times in the last year, I go, dude, I am really worried about Artie. I think he's in a bad fucking place, and maybe we should do something. Howard's like, do what? He comes to work when he's supposed to come to work. Why is it my place to tell him what to do?
And you've never been angry at Artie that he's missed work. I mean, you've been concerned about it, and we speculated on the show, but there's no anger like, oh, he's at work, we're at work, and he's not. No,
I know what you're saying, but I know. But what he said before, he said that you feel I disrespected the show. That to me indicates a little hostility. And look, you should have it. I'm not saying you're wrong for that.
Ralph, hold on. Mark in North Carolina, you're on the wrap-up show. Mark, are you there?
Yes. Good morning, guys.
Hey, how you doing?
Good morning.
Hey, first off, everyone loves Artie. I love you, Artie. Big thing for me, two things I noticed from a fan's perspective. Number one, when Artie gets really mad with anybody, with Teddy, and today with Gary, he brought up the money situation. And when Artie really hits that boiling point before he throws something, it tends to be about money. And I think obviously when Artie first got on board, he didn't think he should make as much as Gary. But after all these years and all his success, there still seems to be something he pokes fun at with Gary. I don't think it's a situation where he's going after Achilles' heel, like with the whole Afghanistan trip. I think there is some truth to that. And secondly, for Gary, my only thing with Artie missing time, I believe it's with Howard as well. It's on Howard, but why don't we have someone to fill in whenever he's out? And I'll listen to that. Thank you.
All right, thanks for your call, then.
Well,
Mark.
I'll answer the back end of it. I think that when Artie's out, I don't think Howard feels a need to fill the spot. I think it's just like when Artie's here, he's here, and when he's not, he's not. And it's also not like I have a guy who lives around the corner that I'll call when Artie says he's not coming in.
The show was #1 and the greatest show ever when I grew up, and no one talked but Howard and Robin 90% of the time. The show would be fine, but it's not my decision. You could have any, people could sit in there. And does that worry me? Yeah, it might worry me a little bit, but I don't think. You see, you got to realize if Howard's having some stranger in there, and I get what he's talking about, he's got to. He's going to feel the necessity to interview that person, to pay attention to them, to learn about them, and he doesn't want to do that. That takes away from the show. It's annoying, I would assume.
And Artie, do you always go to the money before throwing something? Was that caller right in speculating on that?
The one time that I've thrown something, or the two times, did I go to money right before I threw something at Sal? No. Well, he's 50-50.
But that was a weird shot you took at me this morning.
Yeah. Well, look,
because then I don't. Here's the funny thing, Artie. I swear on the life of my children, I don't know how much money you make. I don't know the answer.
But I know how much you make because of a mistake here.
But I don't know that you know that. I know you think you know
Let's
it.
write down how much we make.
Yeah.
It's a mistake how much Gary makes?
I make $50,000 less than you a year. So now you know.
But I don't know that. I know that you just said that.
I did the math because I know what you made.
And this isn't drug related, so you
I
can
make
believe
$50,000 less a year.
I genuinely don't know the answer.
Although I was on drugs looking at your chest. All right, I got to get out of here. I got to go see the bookie.
Well, I mean, the money thing always comes up. Like, I've been to therapy.
But it's not an
a
issue
few
for
times.
me, but apparently
I'm saying
if
for
I make
Artie,
more than Artie, then it shouldn't be.
If his identity is, like I said, so much in your career, that money represents everything you've given up. Happiness, personal life, relationships. So when it gets fucked with, it's a lightning rod.
Listen, I've said this before. If I could make the money I make on the road, I might be bitching about money here. But you know what? The fact of the matter is, I choose to do the road a lot and take that schedule because honestly, out of respect for Howard, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be the guy bitching about money.
Could you make the money on the road that you make if you weren't here?
No, absolutely not.
Or could you have gotten the book deal if you weren't here?
No
I mean,
way.
you could have got the book.
Look, that's not what I just said. That's not what I just said.
No, but I'm saying that you make money here, but also
no way,
because
nothing.
You're here.
Listen. I think it's even worse than that. I'd be fucking driving a cab if it wasn't for this show again.
No, you wouldn't be driving a cab.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying that the fact of the matter is, I do have to fly to St. Louis one weekend, and I do that because I'd like to do it.
Define have to. Do you have to?
Gary, okay, would you do what I do if it meant quadrupling your paycheck? Quadrupling your paycheck.
I would, but if I got to the point where
that's what I mean.
If I got to the point where it was making me miserable, which it clearly does make you miserable.
I'd be miserable without it.
I might rethink it.
I might as well be miserable. I might as well be miserable in Phoenix.
I'll give you a perfect example. I could.
Look at that nose job.
Oh, no. He's got to get it. Howard's outside the window right now looking at us. You know what it's like? It's like a kid with an ant farm and just watching his ants fighting.
All right. Artie, can I just say one thing?
He wasn't listening to this, was he? No. I'm going to deal with that Monday. I'll be fucking fired Monday.
If I wanted to, I could continue to do personal appearances and probably make more than I did when I was at K-Rock.
Yeah, but
I would rather
quadruple your fucking... No. I'm talking about,
serious money.
I mean, God, we're talking life-changing money. That's why I feel I have to.
Right, but the flip side of it is what's also changing your life is how much it fucking bothers you.
All right, but what if I know I'd be miserable anyway sitting at home?
Then you should just go and do the
Well, that's the thing. That's the problem. I'm miserable. I can't fucking... Sirius owes me some money here. That's what I'm saying.
Do you feel any better after that conversation, Gary?
I feel physically exhausted, and I felt that way after this morning. It's physically exhausting, even though it's only words. I don't know. I mean, Artie and I came to sort of, I guess, an uneasy truce. But if Artie wasn't here, I would have come in and I would have said, is Artie dead to me? Well, of course not. I'm going to deal with Artie all the time. But I don't know that we fully made up. Howard said we made up this morning. What I hope will happen is we'll just, try to start over again.
You looked like you were seriously... I know you looked like you were about to cry. Like
no, I wasn't about to cry. No.
About to kill you.
Well,
yeah, right.
Well, what's left unresolved to you? Like, in what way can you make this right?
I think that what we finally came to here is that we both agree to disagree. He says, not telling the truth because he's protecting himself. I should understand all the levels of it. I'm saying I shouldn't. We sort of come to that agreement now, and I now will look at things in a different way when we talk.
And you won't be calling him a liar on the wrap-up show again, probably.
Not unless he's here.
All right, we don't have a lot of time, so I want to get a couple calls in real quick. Tim in Pennsylvania, real quick, you're on the wrap-up show.
Yeah, hey, guys. It seems to me, just listening to all this back and forth between Gary and Artie over the past months and whatever, that Gary just seems so jealous of the leniency that Artie gets because Gary's just been under Howard's boot for so long and he never got cut a break.
That's not true. I'm not jealous of the leniency. There's just the rules have always been the same for everyone here, more or less, until Artie, when it comes to the whole be at work, be on time thing.
Leonard in Texas, you're on the wrap-up show.
Well, good morning, guys.
Hey, Leonard.
I got an answer to Artie's riddle. So, Gary, the answer you should have given him when he was saying, who do you fire, the one that's a bad writer or the one that has bad attendance? The answer is you fire both based on performance issues, and you hire somebody that is a good writer and dependable. It's hard to do that with a word manipulator like Artie. That's an addict's trait. But that's the answer. You fire them both.
Yeah, it's not always that easy, and sometimes you do put up with bad behavior for a period of time if it's getting you what you need.
John in L.A., you've got the last call on the wrap-up show.
Yeah. I just want to say it was pretty shitty what Gary was warning Howard that Artie would turn on him. It just wasn't right for him to, say that. I think, Gary, you're just a big-lipped, giant-toothed, smelly 8-man motherfucker. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
Movie collection.
Have me do. I think it's going to be something to do with music trivia, maybe Brady Bunch trivia, and then hopefully he won't ask me to spin the wheel of sex. It should be interesting.
So, John, you nervous at all?
Only because I have no idea where it's going.
It can go anywhere with Howard, right?
Yeah.
So what's your special talent?
I have a Rolodex of useless knowledge in my head that'll never come in handy in real life. anything from music to movies to dates, facts, figures, trivia, all that stuff.
And the guys are going to try to stump you today?
I think they're going to take some calls so we can see if anybody has less of a life than I did as a kid growing up.
All right, man. Well, good luck in that.
Thanks.
Today.
Here's John Zellner. He's Senior VP of Music Programming at SiriusXM. Gary said to me, he was in the halls, he's walking around, and Harvey Leeds goes, hey, you got to meet this guy. Tell him when you were born. He tells him, boom, the guy knows right away to hit record. And then the guy says to him, that's not even my real skill. My real skill is I can answer any Brady Bunch question.
Really?
Yeah. Hey, John.
Hey, how you doing?
Unfortunately, I don't know anything about the Brady Bunch, but I could probably research and get a bunch of questions.
Okay.
I know a little bit about it. You know, and I'm not like the Honeymooners or the Odd Couple, but I know some Brady.
I got some questions. You know who's supposedly a Brady Bunch? Hey, John.
Who's that? Hey.
Scott DePace is supposedly a Brady Bunch expert.
Really? Oh, what a fruit.
That's what someone told me.
That was a great show. Come on.
Yeah, but why would you learn that before the Honeymooners?
Well, because I wasn't alive in the 50s.
Yeah, neither was I, dude. It was on every fucking night.
Gary told me that you even knew the name you knew Sam the Butcher's last name.
Yeah.
Because that's never been mentioned in a show.
One episode.
It was on the architectural papers because the maid was building a house or something. And
No, he was redoing the butcher shop, and Alice thought he was going to propose to him.
Right.
So the thing was, they were in the den, and the thing fell off, and it said Sam Franklin on it. It's the only time that you knew.
Yeah, Franklin.
Sam Franklin.
When you get,
how do you become such an obsessed fan that you would know that?
I have no idea. I was in the Brady Bunch fan club. At the same time, I was in the Kiss Army, so I was kind of a confused child.
Were you the president of the?
No.
Fred, what year? Give me the date and year you were born. He'll tell you.
7/9/55.
I can't start in 55. I do 56.
I know. I bet
I told you he wouldn't know mine.
I bet he'll know
Wait
mine.
a second.
I know yours.
But this
though.
is what Will said about you. He said,
yours is a Rosemary Clooney song. I know that because I looked it up.
But Gary's been screaming about how great you are, and Will said, "Hey, I was on the phone with this guy, and every time I ask him, he goes, I can't do that."
I bet he'll know mine.
I started in 56.
All right, do ours.
I bet he'll know mine.
What is it?
October 11th, 1967.
So 1067 was Aquarius. Let the sun shine in. Yeah.
There you go.
Let the sun shine in.
Yeah,
Aquarius.
Fifth Dimension.
Fifth Dimension.
Yeah.
Summer of Love is when I was born.
Right.
You know what's cool about your skill?
What's that?
We don't even know if you're right.
That's right.
Well, that's like I have a similar thing where if you from the last half of this century, from 49 to now,
Right.
you give me a year, I'll give you the two teams in the World Series and who won.
1983.
In 1983, the Orioles beat the Phillies.
Wow. Now, how do you learn something like that?
You know what, Howard? It's like he's saying. For some reason, I know. Like, I haven't seen The Honeymooners in a long time, but when I see an episode, I can do it verbatim. It's like locked into my head.
And you didn't try this; it just happened.
I didn't try to. I don't know. And I wasn't born in 1949. I used to read books about baseball.
Wow, you retain the information. It's unbelievable.
From 49 till now, and a lot of time, and that happened to be in 5 games. In a lot of years, I could tell you how many games.
Wow. So 52.
52. The Yankees beat the Dodgers.
Wow.
And how many games?
Probably 7 games.
Wow. I have like a weird little skill, actually. Name any year, and I'll tell you the following year. So, for example, Fred, what year were you born?
1955.
That would be 56.
That's awesome.
You're right, sir.
You know what, Benji? What about you? When were you born?
When were you born?
71.
No, you weren't. But anyway.
What week?
Give me your birthday.
What's that?
71. It's 9/24/71.
9/24/71
was black and white. 3 Dog Night. That's a good one.
3 Dog Night, black and white.
That's a good one.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wonder if we could check that.
You go to the Joel Whitburn site. It's all over.
Will, what was your birthday?
2/15/78.
You're the one that I want from Greece, from John Travolta.
Wow.
That is funny.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It's funny when people know shit like
Were you ever?
Now this,
What, Will?
That's a different answer than he gave me yesterday.
That's not true.
Johnny Mathis.
Is it?
Johnny Mathis wasn't on the charts.
No, Too Much, Too Little, Too Late was, but it was the month after.
Oh, so you were wrong yesterday.
I guess so. It's a mess in there. It's a Rolodex of useless knowledge.
I'm trying to think of a good Brady Bunch one.
Here, I got some off the internet. I'll ask you some Brady Bunch stuff.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, first I'll let you do Jeff the drunk. He's very anxious. Jeff, go ahead. What's your birthday?
Yeah, can you do my date?
Sure.
Do you actually know the answer, Jeff, or you don't?
No, I don't.
All right, go ahead. What's your birthday?
5267.
Something Stupid. Frank and Nancy Sinatra. 5267.
Something Stupid.
Yeah.
Oh,
there you
very
go. It
good.
fits.
It's appropriate.
Right.
All right, Jeff. Thank you.
Something stupid. That's my theme song. That's great. That's something lazy.
Scott, are you a Brady Bunch fan?
It's just something at college.
You're
we used
a
to do
goof.
for a drinking game, you asshole.
Oh, just drink.
It's a drinking game.
Just drink is right. What do you
drink,
need a game
you
for?
fag.
What do you need a game to drink? I just drink.
You would get really
What
drunk.
was Sam's last name?
All right, wait, Scott. Ask him. Scott, ask a question.
All right. What was the mascot for the
Raquel, the goat.
Raquel, the goat.
That was Raquel.
Drink.
Okay.
Saved him in his bedroom, and the goat went and Carol was showing the house, and
So
All
I mean,
right.
Scott has
and
to
then the
drink.
hilarity.
What was the
ensued
name
after
of the
that.
cat that Bobby saved?
Pandora.
Oh, got it.
What was the name
it
of
was
the first?
Millicent. In that episode, remember, he was in the burned out house, and Millicent played by who?
Jeez. I
Melissa
don't know
Sue Anderson from Little House on the Prairie.
You got to drink, Scott.
stuff.
Every time you get one wrong, you have to put an
See,
ugly
that's
shirt
Also,
on.
the first girl that Bobby kissed.
What a punishment! You have to drink.
Yeah. Every time you get one wrong, you have to put an ugly shirt
Oh,
on.
let's see you have. You
No, that's a
wouldn't
good
drink like
question.
that.
The Pandora one. Most people don't know.
Scott,
that.
here's
That's
one.
good.
What's the name of the first guy you fucked?
All right, wait. What was the name of the detergent that she did the commercial for?
Oh well, there was Safe and Best.
damn.
There were two actually.
Good. Let's get back to the World Series shit. Something for the guys.
Go get a cupcake, Artie.
What was the
that's
name?
good stuff. That's impressive.
I got a couple for you. If we got off the internet.
Okay.
What was the name of Jan's imaginary boyfriend?
Oh, Glass.
George
Philip,
Glass.
George Glass.
George
thank you.
Glass.
Yeah,
How do
that's
you
a good
know
one.
that?
I'll tell you what. When he said, I happen to see that guy.
Oh, fan.
Good one, right?
Call you.
Let me tell you something. I don't consider myself an expert, but George Glass.
George Glass.
She looks at the glass and she thinks of it.
Right.
Yeah.
What was the name of Cindy's favorite doll, which Bobby
Kitty Carryall.
Wow.
I knew that too.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it's an easy one.
Jeez, I don't know any of these. I'm so
an easy
proud of
one.
myself.
I'm glad. I don't remember
Maybe I should
one
take more
episode
time
of
to
the
answer
Brady
it. I'm
Bunch.
looking,
You
it
guys
feels so
were
silly.
older.
I didn't.
I watched it, but I don't remember it.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I didn't retain any of it.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Go ahead, Richard.
Can I tell him my birthday real quick?
Sure, go ahead.
April 1st, 1974.
474. You ain't seen nothing yet. BTO.
Nope. Blue Swede, hooked on a
Hooked on a
feeling.
feeling, but was it a week after?
Uh-oh.
No, it was
I'm usually
April
off by
1st.
a week or two. All right. Well, there you go. I'm wrong.
It's still impressive.
Yeah, it was close.
All right.
What was the name of the bully who teased Cindy about her list?
That was Buddy Hinton.
Buddy Hinton.
Wow.
And Peter knocks him
Can
out.
I yell out? I knew
All right, I'll ask you first, Scott. We'll see how you do. All right. Carol Brady had a boyfriend in college who came to visit her. What was his name?
Tank.
Very
Very
good.
good. All
He's
right.
good.
All right.
Jeez,
I'm
who
impressed.
knew we had him back there?
Right?
Being
You don't need
able
me.
to
I
do
can just
this
go home
all
now.
All right,
along.
I'm going to skip to the hard ones. You ready?
All right.
All right. What is the name of the dentist that Marsha swore she'd marry one day?
Oh, jeez.
All right.
I
Now,
don't
wait a
got
second.
it.
Can you answer this one? What was Tank's last name? Remember? It was Tank Gates.
No.
All right, it was
I
not.
didn't know that.
Do you know this
So-
one, dude?
I don't know who's the
Dr.
dentist.
Vogel. Right?
That's right.
Vogel?
Dr. Vogel.
Yeah.
Correct.
Right,
drink.
remember?
I'll drink.
Remember Mrs. It was Mrs. Marcia Dentist, and she envisions them getting married. And
How many times did you watch each episode to get this good?
Friday night, 8 o'clock. It was just like clockwork every
Something
week.
you'd watch all the
Had
time.
no life.
And
yeah.
you saw the reruns and everything.
Of course, sure.
All right, here, I'll ask Scott first. What
Okay.
was the name of the quarterback who dated Marsha in order to steal Greg's playbook for the big game?
Phil Packer?
Warren Mullaney. He's at
Oh.
the top of my crumb list, the bottom of my crumb list, and every crumb in between.
Who's Phil Packer?
It says here Jerry Rogers.
Fudge Packer, actually.
Yeah, Phil Packer's the
No,
name of the
Warren-
dude you dated.
It says you're both wrong.
No, that was something.
Jerry Rogers.
Was it?
I don't know.
Warren Mullaney.
I remember the episode.
Okay.
All right. Greg and his teammates steal the rival school mascot. Oh, he did that one.
Yeah, Raquel.
Okay. Who played the role of the minister who married Carol and Mike Brady?
Oh, Jesus. I don't know that.
Who played the role?
I don't know.
Yeah,
you
that's
don't know
not
the
a
First
real-
episode.
All right, forget that
it's
one.
horrible.
When did
the first episode? Wait. Is it?
I can picture the guy. I don't know his name.
Is it Artie Johnson?
Nope.
No.
Dabbs Greer.
Oh, forget it.
I wouldn't have known that.
All right. Okay. When did the first episode? Who gives a shit about
1969.
that? That is correct. Wow.
Name 3 celebrity athletes who were on the show.
Oh, that's good. Joe Namath, Wes Parker, and well, who would a third one be?
Deacon Jones.
Oh, Deacon Jones. That's right.
Don
Deacon
Drysdale.
Jones. That's good.
And Don
Drysdale. That's right. Yeah.
Wes Parker was the first baseman for the Dodgers, right?
All right. Here's
Exactly.
a tough one.
Asshole.
What is the name of the man who Alice dated, other than Sam the Butcher?
Oh, the guy Mark Millard.
absolutely right.
Yeah.
Wow. Impressive.
Well, you're not so impressive, Scott.
Is there a way to make money with this information?
Absolutely not. Not a chance.
All right, you want to go to ridiculously hard category?
Wait, can I throw one out there?
Throw it out.
What was in the game show that Cindy was playing? What was the answer that everyone knew?
Oh,
except
Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge. Sure. Yeah.
When they go to Hawaii,
Yeah.
Taboo.
The taboo
It was
thing.
a 3-part episode.
Right. What was the thing that happened to Bobby?
Well, they found the tiki idol,
Right.
and it brought him bad luck. So
So
Bobby
what was the bad luck? Yeah,
He had the thing crawling up on him, and then
Spider, right.
Alice sprained her whatever,
Right, he's right.
doing the hula thing, and then Greg wiped out surfing.
And name 2 celebrities in that episode.
Vincent Price and well, I don't know who was the other one.
The Hawaiian.
Oh, Don Ho. Sure, yeah, very
He ain't a celebrity.
Don Ho, marginal celebrity.
What is it about the Brady Bunch, do you think, that really attracted you to the show? I mean, you have to admit it's a dumb kind of show, but why did you love it so much?
I wanted to be one of the, part of the family. I was an only child, so I was lonely, I think.
It's the ideal. You
Right.
know what? It's almost like why people liked Friends. I think like you wanted to be. I think a kid wanted to be in that family because it was
Yeah.
the ideal family, and I think a bunch of people.
You wanted to be in that family too?
I mean, as a kid, they were perfect. You know,
Yeah.
like you went to the old man, and if you had a problem, he told you what to do, and at the end of the episode, everything was fine.
All
And I
the
think-
problems were solved in 22
Do you think
minutes.
if you had grown up in the Brady Bunch that you would be a heroin addict? No way.
I think I'd be a worse heroin
You
addict.
do. You think you'd actually...
Didn't Marsha become a heroin addict?
She did. She dealt with coke.
You said you had a
They all
question?
did.
No. These
I
are,
have other ones.
here's a
Go ahead.
ridiculously hard one.
All right, let me try.
What is Mike Brady's middle name?
Michael Paul.
Right,
Yeah.
Paul.
That's ridiculous.
These are ridiculously hard.
But look at this guy's an expert. All right, you ready?
And you only know that in the first episode where they do the vows.
These are ridiculously hard. In the flying saucer episode,
Oh, boy.
what is the name of the planet that the aliens come from?
That's tough. I don't know. That's a weird one.
But
That
that's
was-
a good one.
That was toward the
why
end. Yeah, I know. It was,
It's
Why wouldn't you remember that?
I don't know.
It's from Capludus.
Capludus. That's right. I knew that. Yeah, I knew it now.
All right.
Yeah.
There's subtle shit like when you get into like I get into honeymooners trivia with my cousin, and he'll ask you shit like the episode where they get a maid. What's the name of the maid agency? And you have to read it backwards on the door.
Oh, that's good.
Like I mean, shit like that.
Right here. If you're the senior VP of programming at Sirius, what is Channel 111? Didn't you know that?
I oversee the music channels, just the music
all right,
channels.
all
That's
right.
the Brady Bunch channel.
What is
Is it the
channel,
Brady Bunch channel?
What is Channel 37?
Well, channel 37 on XM, there isn't one.
What about Sirius?
I should know that.
See, this is what I'm
What
saying.
is Channel 9?
This is why the company
Channel
can go
9 is
bankrupt.
90s on 9.
Yeah. This is why the company can go bankrupt.
That's an easy one.
He knows the Bradys. and
Everyone's
not
Well,
busy
the
with the
37
Bradys.
was the strobe. Actually, 37 is now dark, but that's all right.
What was Aunt Jenny's secretary's name?
Oh, boy. Played by Imogene Coca. God. Oh, man. Do you remember that one? Remember she comes in and Jan has the photo of her
Right.
as a
She thought
kid
she
and
was
she
gonna
looks
be
just
ugly,
like
right?
her. I'm going to be
Yeah.
ugly. And Aunt Jenny was talking to her secretary. I
Her
forget.
name is Hazel.
Hazel.
These
Very
are
good.
ridiculously
Yeah.
hard.
How about this? I got a good one. I got a good one.
Yeah.
How many kids were in Alice the maid's family when she grew up? There's a way you should know this.
Well, I know that.
Well, she was a
has
middle
sister.
child also. She was a middle sister, so probably
That
3.
wasn't
Right.
the...
Yeah.
That's the answer.
Because
Three.
Very nice.
she and Jan had this thing.
Right.
How about one for Artie? How did Mr. Brady prove the court case when that guy?
Oh, Jackie Coogan, because he
Hold on,
dropped
hold
the
on,
book.
I don't know. Why would you ask me? I'm not the
Well, you
expert.
said this was a great one.
No,
All right,
he
go ahead.
dropped the book, and Jackie Coogan turned his head around, and obviously he didn't break his neck.
Yeah, the guy said he had whiplash.
Yeah.
So.
Oh,
So
I
he's wearing
remember
the-
that. I
wearing the
remember
thing
that.
right.
But Scott looked looking to be like he's looking to look impressive, so he asked me. This guy's answering every fucking thing.
Why is he competing with you?
I knew this was too easy for him.
All right, one last one because this is creeping me out.
All right, go ahead.
All right, here we go. What was the boy's name who plays Romeo in the Romeo and Juliet episode?
Oh, jeez.
See, these are ridiculously hard.
No, that's a good
That's
one. I know
Faggy
it.
McButtfuck, right?
Faggy McButtfuck is right.
That was my next answer.
He's right.
I forget. I don't know that one.
The
That's
guy's name is Harold.
tough. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
What did Peter say in the play? What was the big
Hark,
line?
who goes there?
No, wasn't it? You got to pay the rent or something like that.
No, it was Hark. Remember, he had 2 lines in the thing. And,
Well, there's a lot of
And
plays
Peter
that they
said
do.
Hark before Jan said who goes. Anyway,
All right.
You got to pay the rent.
What was the
You're
name?
thinking of good times.
All right, here's a good one. What was the name of the doctor that gave Jan the abortion?
How about What cast member thought the show was too gay to be on?
It's Robert Reed. He
Yeah,
didn't
the
even
gay
appear
guy.
in the last episode.
That is right.
Yeah, he didn't show up.
All right.
It's good
Oh,
stuff.
how about
What?
Oliver's two brothers?
Oliver's two brothers.
Yeah. Well, they were.
It was the Kelly's
adopted.
kids, but they weren't his brothers.
They
though.
were adopted kids, but
Yeah,
remember the two?
played by Robbie Rist, but it was Pete and who was the other kid? Mike and Pete.
No,
Mike
it was Dwayne.
Oh, Dwayne and Steve. Dwayne and Steve. Right,
According
right, right.
to-
All right,
They weren't Oliver's cousins, though. They
Name
were
the
just-
person in this room who used to work for Showbiz Pizza and was Employee of the Month.
According to John Hines' book, when did the Brady Bunch jump the shark?
Probably in the Hawaii episode, 72.
No, I think it's when Oliver.
Oh, that's
came
when
out.
Oliver joined?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Well, Gary, what do you want?
No, actually, one of his other talents is if you name a song, like a, probably from like what 70 to like 90.
Yeah, I can give you the intro time.
He
and
tells you you name a song, he'll tell you the band, the label, and the intro time.
Were you a DJ? Is that one?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. From the 70s to the 90s. Wind Cries Mary, Jimi Hendrix.
Okay, there was no intro because again, it has to be like at a top, at a pop song.
Forget
when you're
it.
talking up the
Too many
intros.
rules. Too many rules.
Yeah.
How about intros? How about intros? Derek and the Dominoes, Layla.
Well, that's a long intro.
Well, like Baker Street.
Well, Baker Street is like 16 seconds until the post, and then it's like 32 seconds if you talk up the whole thing. So it's 1978. Jerry Rafferty. City to City was the album.
Very nice. All right,
there you
listen.
go. Anyway.
I'm glad I met you. I don't know why, but I'm glad I met you. I'm sure somebody appreciates all of this.
I'm sure not.
Here's a guy, Eddie, has a question for you. Go ahead, for Ed.
Hello, let me turn off my speakerphone. July 8th, 1976.
Silly Love Songs, Wings.
76, the Reds beat the Yankees in 4
That's
games.
And he was the only band to top Billboard top 5, all 5 of them.
Who was the only band to do what?
To have all top 5 positions on Billboard.
At the same time?
Yeah.
The Beatles.
Yes.
Yeah,
64.
that had
That's
to be
easy.
The answer is always the Beatles.
Yeah, I mean, for that's
Yeah,
all
I could've
5
got that.
positions. It's got to be the Beatles.
Hey, CWB, what's up?
Yo, sportsman, got tattoo. I got an idea if we can liven up this little game. The loser has to take Richard's balls for the face.
Yeah, John has to get teabagged if he doesn't get the right answer.
Well, the loser's Scott, so get in here.
All right, listen, John Zellner is Senior VP of Music Programming at SiriusXM. He's in charge of all the music. What do you do all day? What do? You oversee everybody?
Work with the programmers and the music directors and the jocks and all
You're
that.
doing a good job, man.
Thanks, man.
Music sounds real good.
Thanks.
In fact, I know Mel right now was listening to this, and he's interviewing for your position upstairs.
perfect.
He's so impressed.
Where does he hide that we never see him?
Yeah, where are you? Where are you located?
I'm in D.C., but I'm I'm here like
okay.
2 days a week.
I see.
So what happens if XM and Sirius actually combine all the music channels?
Well, we did already.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Oh, so your job's
Last
safe.
November.
Okay.
I guess it's safe. I don't know.
Cool.
He commutes from D.C. He works out of D.C.
After today, I don't know.
All right, John, thanks.
Okay, buddy.
All right, John Zellner. You want to date Robin?
Oh, please.
Why? You don't want to go out with this guy? You married?
What, I'm going to sit there and talk Brady Bunch all night?
You married?
You married, John?
Yes.
Yeah.
How old?
You want to date Robin? Yeah, sure. He'll date
He'll
you.
date even.
Have you ever gone out with a married guy?
Oh, a long time ago. I don't do that anymore.
Ah, come on.
John, what year were you born?
65.
65?
Leave it alone.
He can't get
Artie
out of
can't get enough of this. But
He
yeah,
wants to play some more.
he's 65, so yeah. What do you want to know?
Just saying, Dodgers beat the Twins.
Oh, okay.
All right. Good.
I got you, babe. Sonny and Cher, number 1.
Thanks, John.
All right. See you.
Good guy. It's fun to meet the people who work behind the scenes.
Yes. So there's a guy who was in radio as a DJ and made something out of himself.
Sure, look what he did.
Yeah. Brady Bunch.
What
Well,
useless information. But it's
I mean-
impressive. I mean, to have that kind
To
of
have
mind.
that mind, but
I'm the same exact way, but it's completely useless shit.
want to learn something that would be useful to
I think you have to be smart, though, even to retain that information.
But wouldn't you be smarter if you put it to some good use, like something that would get you somewhere if you knew it that off the cuff?
I mean, if you're going to ask my opinion, I'd say it's a very dopey way to use a good brain.
The only way that me memorizing shit, the only way I ever used it wasn't here. talking in these conversations.
Well, it worked out for you.
But with you, not like if you had become a sportscaster, that
Right.
might have been.
That would help,
yeah.
definitely.
John, that was pretty impressive, man.
It was fun.
I don't know, they weren't too impressed with the birthday thing.
Yeah, you know what? I could be wrong by a few weeks. It's kind of, it gets shady after a while. I'm not as young as I used to be.
But what do you think about our director, Scott DePace's knowledge of...
He was good. Very impressive.
Really?
He's almost as much of a geek as I am. Yeah. Yeah. He probably has a little bit more of a life, or had more of a life back then. I didn't, I didn't do a lot of drugs. I was just watching the Brady Bunch, I guess, as a kid. So.
But all this knowledge that you have, you said it's pretty much good for nothing?
It's good for nothing. It means nothing. Yeah.
But you had a good time.
It's a good way to kill time.
But you had a good time today, though,
Absolutely.
right?
No question.
All right. Thanks for stopping by.
Sure
dude.
thing. Anytime.